yeah.
You are a son of a bitch.
Un saluto a tutti.
Ciao Juventini, it is here, it is upon us, it is very, very close to kickoff for Juventus Napoli. This is going to be a big one. I can feel the nerves, I know the nerves that are out there. I've been mixing it up with Juventini all day on social media, trying to get everybody's thoughts, everybody's feelings. We have the starting lineup. We're going to take a look at the starting lineup for Juventus. Obviously, this caused a bit of a ruffle there for the fan base. We're going to talk about each particular change and what's going on and just everybody's overall thoughts and feelings. I tried to break it down logically this morning on the Match Day Live with Lucci, of course, and just looking at it a little bit more than just this game, this big game. I know we all want to overturn what happened in the first matchup against them, but we have to be realistic with our other competitions as well. Obviously, second leg in the semifinal of Coppa Italia coming up with Inter as well. I want to say what's up to my man, Juve Boy 99 from South Africa. Much love and thank you for joining me for this one. I want to know how nervous you are and what your prediction is, all right? So everybody jumping in here, joining, get your predictions in. Now, we are going to get to starting lineup, all right? Andrew Juve, let's go. Michael Lloyd, FORZAJUVE, and Shatterstar Alberto, more Allegri greatness, LOL. Well, let's get into that. Let's talk about this, okay? So let's get the graphic up here first so that we can all see what we're dealing with here. And let's see here. So we've got Szczesny in goal. Across the back, obviously, what's got people fired up is seeing Rugani's name in there. Gatti, Danilo, Rugani. You do have Quadrado now. What's interesting to me is that maybe, just maybe, the shape can change a little bit, and we might see more of a 4-5-1 defensively and trying to counter Napoli and counteract how high up they press and whatnot. Maybe, just maybe. That was countered by saying we would never go with a two-man center back pairing of Rugani and Gatti. Would we not? Rugani has been more reliable over the past year and a bit than Bonucci has. And there is no way, shape, or form, and this might just be me talking, everybody in the live chat, you can let me know what you think, but there is no way, shape, or form I would trust Bonucci in this game. There's absolutely no chance of it, okay? And even if we want to go with three at the back, this is how I broke down this lineup, okay? We'll continue further on. We got Rabiot, Locatelli, Miretti, Kostic, Sule, and Milik. This is how I break it down. Bremer avoided injury in the last match against Sporting, all right? We have the semifinal Coppa Italia against Inter coming up. Would you not rather have Bremer for the knockout games? Obviously, Coppa Italia semi and Europa. Those have kind of become a priority. And we've got our 15 points back. Obviously, a top 4 finish is a must, but we can't get comfortable there because we know that they're still going to press us for points. So some fans might feel that, hey, that is the exact reason why we need to go all out with our best players against Napoli and whatever, is because there's probably another point penalty coming back. We have to fight and whatnot. I look at it differently. Juve is going to fight this thing till the end, no matter what, as far as the penalties go, okay? I don't see another point penalty being dealt with or issued in this campaign. It is going to be the next. I feel very secure with where we're sitting at in the table right now that we are going to have a top 4 finish. However, you never know what's going to go down with these penalties and whatnot, and you can't bank on it. Having one leg in the final of the Coppa Italia, we have to get the job done against Inter and advance there. Europa League has become crucial too, because it could be that automatic guarantee into Champions League, because again, there is still that uncertainty there. And not only that, but even if we were, okay, not that I want it to happen and not that I think it's going to happen, but if we were to drop this one, there's still another 7 games in Serie A, and base where we stand on the points and whatnot. This, again, we want to get after it. We want to win it, and we want to get revenge for what went down in the first game. I don't think we'll ever see a Juve as poor as we did in that one against Napoli, and you will never see Bremer probably play as bad as he did in that one ever again in his whole entire career, if I had to bank on it. But we have 7 more games in Serie A remaining. We have 1 leg left in the Coppa Italia final. So I would rather have Bremer in that one. As far as the midfield goals, Fagioli, I continue to say this. For me, that emotional breakdown and whatnot, he needs a break. He needs to regroup. He needs to gather himself because I think he's playing with way too much on his shoulders. That's not good for any player. So I have no problems. And I think Moretti did a really, really strong job against Sporting. So I have no problems with that as well. Up front, hey, we're all complaining about Vlahovic beyond the team and even what's going on for service and everything, and saying, hey, he just doesn't look like it's on and he's on and whatnot. We need so much more even from an individual effort, so to speak. So we get Milik. Sule, Chiesa played his first longer stretch of minutes, 78 minutes against Sporting and whatnot, and that's the first time he's played that length. To follow up in this one, or again, have him for Inter, I would choose Inter. Di Maria must be saved as well. The bigger games are upon us. This is still a big game, but I don't see the changes in this lineup being that crazy or that wild or that much of a stretch. Okay? Now, given the thoughts of the game, Napoli themselves haven't been what they have been for the majority of this season. This game is there for the taking, and I don't see this lineup as shutting it down for Juventus and all of us to all of a sudden feel negative in this match. I don't see that. I think this game's going to go a lot differently, and I hope it does, than that first one, all right? Because we need it. We need it. We need it to be a hell of a lot different. I want to hold our head up high after the match and whatnot, and that last one was completely embarrassing, and I expect it to be different. Predictions. I want to see everybody's prediction in here, all right? The reason we got Andrew Juve coming in here 2-1 Juve, and he's calling Milik with a brace. Absolutely love it. I hope that's what happens. Jerry B. Nasty coming in here 1-0. Kostic being the goal scorer for Juventus. Absolutely love it. Love it where your heads are at and that you're thinking positively. For myself, I actually believe that this game is going to end up in a draw based on the two teams' form and whatnot and how both have been playing. If we look at Napoli's lineup, it is as expected as I predicted on the pregame show this morning. Michael Lloyd dropping a 3-2. I'm calling 2-2. We haven't scored 2 goals since 8 games ago against Freiburg. So I can't see us winning against Napoli only scoring 1 goal. A 2-1 scoreline is a possibility because I don't think we concede anywhere near what happened in that first game, okay? Completely different for Juventus in my mind. But scoring a lot of goals, I don't know if Juve's going to have 3, and I think it's going to take 3 to win this. But I will say that they'll get 2, but Napoli will also get 2. So I'm thinking we're going to be in for a 2-2 draw today. Dominique not looking good in terms of the lineup. So everything I said to defend the lineup and whatnot, Dominique does not agree, and that's cool. That's fine. He thinks Napoli's going to win 3-1, and Juve Boy 99 coming in with the 3-2 win for Juve. Hey, we're getting close to kickoff. This is going to be a very, very heated affair, I believe. It's going to be heated in the sense that Juve's going to want to avenge what happened and what went down to them. Are they going to be able to get the firepower needed to overcome Napoli? Napoli's going to have the Korean Monster back in there. They're going to have Zambo Anguissa back in there as well. That'll be a boost for them. They are going with Tanguy Ndombele in there. Up front, we're going to get Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, and Lozano up there. Okay, so it's pretty much as we expected. You know what you're going to get out of them. 4-3-3. They're going to get after it. This could be, I think I pulled up the numbers there. This is, they're vying for the first time out of forever, I believe, that they have been able to get a sweep. So 4 times total, they have been able to sweep Juventus in both games in Serie A. So if we look at this, I'm just trying to pull it up here to make sure I've got that right. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it would only make for the 4th time ever if Napoli completes the double. Complete a league double over their opponents for just, fourth time in history if Napoli can pull it off. I hope that doesn't happen, obviously. And to be honest, I don't think it will. There are other key stats that historically go with Juventus. Obviously, historically, we've got 86 out of the 186 matches won. Napoli is 142. But as far as being dominant at home against Napoli, unbeaten in 11 out of the last 12 matches in Serie A are Juventus against Napoli. The only loss in this period was that one in 2018. I think we can all remember that one. And the league leaders themselves, Napoli, have hit a rough patch in form, failing to win 3 of their last 6 matches in Serie A. And the same matches they have failed to win in the first 24 league games of the season. So there you have it. They're in a little bit of a dip here, and this game is up for it. If you ask me, it is up for grabs. Now, do they automatically win the Scudetto? I don't believe that it's at the point right now where they mathematically win for this one. And obviously, we would want to avoid that. So with 7 games to play after this, Lazio would have another 7 there, sitting in second at 61 points. So with another 7 games, that's 21, 82 points. No, it is not mathematically an ability for them to clinch today. Okay, so there you have it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do today. All right, lineups, everything. You got to get a little bit of rotation. Eyes are going to be on Inter, Coppa Italia. I want to win that one. I want to win that one for sure. I want to win both those trophies that we're in, Coppa Italia and Europa. We'll have to see if the lads are up for it today. But man, it stings. Okay, I've seen the comments in the daily update video. I've seen them in the preview from this morning's Match Day Live. That last game left such a sour taste in all of our mouths. We want to get after it. We want to win it. We see some changes in the lineup. We get fired up because we think we have to go at them with our best. But again, if you take in their current run of form, this game is there for the takings, everybody, okay? It is there for the takings. We'll have to see if Juventus can get the job done and punish them. Hopefully being at home. Again, we have been able to have a full curva there for this one. I just hope that we don't see the nonsense we have been seeing as far as it being silent. Let's get everybody jacked up. Let's get everybody pumped up, and let's get after it, all right? And no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, RB, and it ain't going to be the case. That will not be the case today. So at least we have that. But to be honest, I still say, I think this one's got draw written all over this. Shatterstar coming in here saying, until we have an offseason with a coach who understands how to get the players to attack the space and work offensive patterns, I don't have any faith in these games. It's hard. I mean, look at what we were talking about leading into this one, and that's Juve and scoring goals. And you should not be talking about a team with the aspirations we should have, the standards that we should have, going 8 games without a multi-goal game and only being to score 1 goal. Talking about the fact that, while credit to him and having a strong season, Adrian Rabiot being our leading goal scorer with 10 goals or whatnot, like, that highlights such a huge issue with this Juventus. And it's been something that Max has not been able to sort out. And all this time spent earlier on in the season talking about getting the key guys back, getting these big guys back, and any team would struggle without the Di Marias, the Pogbas, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all noise at the end of the day, because you have to get the job done with who you have and when they're available. And look at our last few games, and Chiesa's in there. Di Maria has hit a bit of a lull now too and whatnot. He's got these guys. He's got them there. He's got them available. And it ain't changing. We're not scoring goals. And it's hard to get the confidence in this team, because here we are coming against a team that can score in bunches too. And we've seen it. And we've seen it from them this season. So even though they're coming in with a rough bit of form and whatnot, it can happen like that. It can happen like that for them. We've got to figure it out. We've got to figure it out offensively, but when you're talking about this being a problem that's been there really all season, and now you're late April, confidence starts to dwindle. And it sucks because our key guys have not been able to be our key guys, all right? And Max got a lot of work to do. That was the missing piece of the puzzle for me when I talk about this Juventus and I talk about Max and I talk about confidence moving forward with him. Hey, I've got to see much, much more out of this team when it comes to the offensive phase. But will they figure it out or not? Hey, time's going to tell. Is it going to be too late? I even feel if we're going to talk about these other competitions, it's got to be better. We got to score more goals if we want to get by Sevilla. If we want to win that Europa, we're going to have to score goals. More than 1 goal a game. So let's see what happens. Hopefully the switch flicks and hopefully it's today. Maybe Sule surprises many with an absolute game. All right. Maybe Rugani can shut the door at the back, and maybe this team just comes up with an impressive, inspired performance. It's all up to play for, everybody. We're watching the graphics come up now. Coverage is starting to come in. We still got teams warming up and whatnot. 7 minutes to kick off here, and I want to know what you guys do on game days. Does anybody have any type of rituals or whatnot? Is anybody superstitious? Is there something you do? Is there something you wear? Is there something you eat? Is there something you drink? Let me know in the chat what everybody does. I'm going to be honest, I haven't been this nervous for a game in a while. I'm anxious for this one to start. I think mostly it has to do with the arrogance that I've been seeing out of not just Napoli supporters, but just outlets, social outlets in general that cover football and everything, and just some of the nonsense that I've heard after this season and just blatant disrespect to what Juventus has been coming out of and has achieved. When we're talking about 9 straight and you don't pick one of those teams, the cup doubles, making Champions League fun, and you're trying to throw this particular team as best Italian team ever is so cringe. It's absolutely disgusting and so disrespectful, but we will see what happens. Dominique saying, without ball possession, it's difficult to score, except from nicking one from set pieces. These are the goals we've been scoring too. We've been scoring these grinder-esque type goals, and that's why Rabiot is our leading goal scorer. We have to do much better. Can it be done without as much possession? You have to be absolutely money when it comes to the counters and act very, very quickly. Something this team hasn't been able to do. But let's see some rituals and whatnot. Actually, wear the same jersey sweater that I used on the last victory. There you go. Shatterstar says, I make sure to sit in the most uncomfortable chair in the house because I don't want to fall asleep. Oh my God. Gold. Juve Boy 99 game day ritual. Switch your live on and watch and listen together. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely love it. Feels like a while since we've done this too. I missed the last one on the weekend. That was probably a good thing. The Sassuolo. I missed the Sassuolo defeat because I was at a football tournament of my own down on the coast. So I had about a 4-hour drive there. We ended up winning it 5 games in 2 days. At my age, that took a toll. But it was great times. And both the teams we took down, 30 and up team, 40 and up team, we both won the titles, which was fantastic. First time we took a trophy out of the tournament, I think, in about 6 to 8 years. So felt good that both our teams took it down. Pre-game ritual, always wear the Chiellini 2018 kit. Love it. Absolutely love it. Keep it simple. Beautiful. Espresso and each of my ritual. Love it, Michael Lloyd. Love it. Let's go. Again, they're pulling up the graphics. We see them hit the lights in the stadium. We are getting close. The teams are coming out. They got the Anthem jackets on. These are quite the Anthem jackets Juve's sporting this season. I'm an easy sell. I don't really like those ones, but let's go. Andrew Juve saying, missed the last 3. Stoked. Let's get those chants going right away. You want to chant? Let's get the chants going. Come on. Look at Max Allegri. We look at the lineups getting ready to come out here. Juve going to be led out, of course, by Danilo, Capitano, and then Napoli by Di Lorenzo. We're going to have Fabio as the official today. L'Arbitro Nick, who helps us out on the channel, giving us breakdowns over controversial items and whatnot, says we might be in for a little bit of chaos with Fabri being the ref in this one. Let's hope it's settled by the players and not any blunders coming from the Zebras. They're, well, Zebras in most sports. In football, they're not Zebras, but the refs, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. What does Napoli's lineup look like? Very, very much as predicted. Korean Monster back. Zambanguisa back for them. So it's going to be Dombele, Anguissa, I believe Lobotka in there for the middle. At the back, Juan Jesus, Kim, Di Lorenzo, and Oliveira. Across the back. Up front, Lozano, Osimhen, and Kvaratskhelia. So it's gonna be an interesting one here. Lobotka, I'm also curious defensively if they're gonna stick Sule on him to try and shut him down from essentially pulling all those strings. That's gonna be something I'm curious in seeing. Adrian Rabiot, we look at him. One of our best players this season. And again, not expected by any means going into this one. Saw on a contract. A lot of talks there. A lot of fans going back and forth. Some fans would pay him whatever it takes to keep him around. Others, little weary of the price tag. Be interesting to see. But he is, in fact, our top scorer and has been arguably the best Juventus player this season. And I say arguably because there are a couple other names you could throw in there. But we'll see what goes down. The captains at half, Danilo, Di Lorenzo, taking the coin toss. Crowd sounding lively right now. Let's hope that it continues and stays strong like that throughout the match. Want to give a special shout out and what's up to Vice President of Juventus Official Fan Club, Hollywood, Julio. He's there at the stadium, at the game. And the group from the Official Fan Club Toronto, who was actually able this morning to go and spend some time with Hernandez. That's right, ex-Juventus midfielder at his vineyard. And enjoy some great wine and some great food before heading over to the stadium for this game. I hope they all get to witness an absolutely great game. What's up to our very own Boots in the Ground rep in Turin, Mike Valdeterra from Juventus Official Fan Club Empire State. All right, he's sending us great clips and videos and whatnot for our social media outlets. I want to say what's up. I hope they all enjoy the game. I hope they get a great one. Another shout out to follower on Twitter, Mike, with a crazy set of numbers in his handle, but I hope he gets a great game to enjoy. I always tell people, no matter what happens in the game, enjoy yourselves at the stadium. Is always beautiful to be there, no matter what. All right, ciao, Alex P. Let's get it. Let's go. And if Napoli expect the same game, they'll be very disappointed. Absolutely love it. Let's go, everybody. Let's get ready for this one. We're awaiting kickoff. Fabri taking a look at both sides, getting the final okay from the keeps, and then we're going to rock. Blow that whistle. Let's go. And there we go. Locatelli shifting it over to Danilo. Quickly finds Kostic on the left. Juventus possession to start this game. Danilo scanning now. Osimhen light pressure. Inside Miretti will go back for Rugani. Lays it over to the side for Gatti. Quadrado dropping deep. Now accepts it. But has to still go backwards for Gatti. And now he's just going to pop this one forward. Trying to hit Sule. Misses him. A little bit battle there. High boot called on Locatelli. And Napoli's going to get the free kick just inside Juve's half. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Dell's in here. Let's go, Dells. Ciao. Let's get it. Juve against the world. Alcatraz. Hey, amici di nessuno, everybody. Amici di nessuno. Korean Monster with possession at the back, over for Di Lorenzo. Now plays it up the flank for Lozano. Back to Anguissa. Again, Di Lorenzo. It's being backed up. Closed down a little bit. Korean Monster slides it over for Jesus. He's going to move up. Play it over for Oliveira. Inside. And again, Napoli just working around the back, around the perimeters. Lobotka essentially being ruled out by a combination so far of the forwards, Sule, Milik, and even Rabiot getting involved there. Here's a through ball that's gone way too far. Minute 45 in. Very much feeling out phase in this game. It's going to be interesting to see how long that feeling out phase is going to be for these clubs. Chesney moves it forward, slides it over for Gatti. Quickly closed down. He puts a nice long ball forward for Milik. Oh, the layoff was a little bit short for Quadrado, but Napoli can only clear for Juventus throw. We look at Miretti here, seeing if he can follow up a strong showing against Sporting with a good one he had against Napoli. Quadrado on the throw for Juventus. Come on, let's go. Long throw headed inwards for Sule, but it was beyond him. 3 Napoli players there to close down. Miretti puts pressure on Merit as the ball gets played back to him. Headed forward by Danilo, and Kostic does well to earn the throw in there. And now looking to take it quickly. Playing it up for Miretti. He's going across the byline. Does play it back for Kostic. Nice move from Kostic. Finds Locatelli at the top. He's going to have a hit, but he gets it wrong. That's all right. Juve looking to strike quickly. Don't let them get set up, even on throw-ins. I like that. Absolutely like that. Nice touch from Kostic inside. Finding Locatelli. Gets the hit all wrong. Oh, if he could have slotted over for Sule. Sule was at the top of the area alone, and he wanted that. Hindsight's 20/20, though. Let's go. Keep it rocking. Keep it rocking. Ball played over the top by Jesus. Engaged by Locatelli. Now headed down, but Rabiot's going to win possession. Plays it for Kostic, but it's too high for him, and Napoli's going to win control and play it back to Kim Min-jae. And Min-jae now interchange with Di Lorenzo. In for Lobotka, but Miretti all over him. Napoli trying to work it forward with some quick passing. That's chewed up by Juve. Well done. Now Locatelli going to switch the pitch to Quadrado. Bad touch from Quadrado. Kvaratskhelia running at Gatti now. He slows him down. Here's a cross back post, and that's headed out by Rugani. Quadrado with an awful, awful touch there. Sent Napoli off to the races. Now Juve's got a corner to contend with. That's just cheap. That's just cheap. Frustrating bad touches can happen, but this is where it went wrong for Juventus last time against Napoli. We were our own worst enemy. Bad touches, bad decisions, and coughing up the ball way too much. You can't do that against teams like Napoli. So hopefully we don't see that too often. Let's contend with this corner, get it out, and move on. And here's the corner coming in, headed out. Milik clears. It's going to be a Napoli throw. Juventus has dealt with that. Start to take their shape again. Di Lorenzo heads over to the byline to take this throw-in. He's going to quickly have it in for Lobotka. He's going to go back for Kim Min-jae. And he's going to go back again for Merit. Jesus has opened up to Merit's left. He will now accept it. Dombele. Interchange with Jesus, drops back. Jesus moving forward a bit, but shuts it down again to Dombele. He's going to switch field over for Kim Min-jae, who's allowed to step forward. Quick 1-2 with Lozano. Now back to Jesus, who's right at center. Over for Oliveira. Over to Kvaratskhelia. Quadrado has closed him down quickly. Plays it to Dombelli. Gatti had to drop off. Here's a quick little 1-2. Kvaratskhelia. Miretti slides in there. Does well. Locatelli now. Does well to find Milik, who's quickly closed down. Juve trying to get the foul call here, and Milik has earned it. Good work from him. Again, tough sledding for us just to get it out there and try and take this over. Gatti. Back to Cuadrado. Quickly closed down by Kvaratskhelia. Tried to earn the foul. Does not get the foul call. Napoli in control. Oliveira. Back for Lobotka. Napoli's quickly closing down that ball. And there's a clumsy foul from Danilo there all over the back. He wants the same call that what just happened from Kvaratskhelia to Cuadrado. And Danilo's not wrong in asking for that since he got called for the same one. He's not wrong in asking for that. And this is the type of game it's going to be to start. This is the type of game it's going to be. So Napoli doing the same thing they did last game, which is quickly overloading our flanks and shutting down those flanks. Juve's going to have to try and play some of these long outlets looking for Milik and whatnot. And Sule and even Miretti are going to have to be very close to him in order to try and play off of him just for us to gain that space. If we try to move it slowly and to the sides, Napoli is reading that, and they just are waiting for us to do that. So we're playing to their hands. So we got to mix it up. Quick switch fields and occasionally some longer outlet passes. Napoli now in control on the flank. Kvaratskhelia beats Cuadrado, cannot beat Sule. Gatti now in the ball, playing to Cuadrado. Nice one touch for Sule. Sule now being closed down by Kvaratskhelia and Dombelli. Gatti has to pump that forward, flicked on by Cuadrado, but missing Milik, and now Napoli back in control. Kvaratskhelia, quick one touch for Dombelli. Nice interchange, but the pass forward easily cut out by Juventus. Rabiot now in control, battling with Osimhen. Can only clear it as far as Zambanguisa inside for Kvaratskhelia. Trying to line something up. Napoli in possession here. Here's Di Lorenzo. He's going to cross it, and that's blocked. And now Miretti will head it down. Misses Rabiot, and we give Napoli again control just outside our area. Kvaratskhelia now. Out wide for Lozano. Lozano, cross coming in, and that's blocked. He's going to try to stop it from going out, and Kostic does. Keeps it to just a throw-in for Napoli. Come on. Let's go, Juve. Napoli remaining in control deep down here in Juve's territory. Let's go. Got to pick it up here. Almost 9 minutes in. Napoli starting to grow in possession. Kim Min-jae, a couple 1-2s. Here's Lozano. But we get a foul. Free kick for Napoli. This is way out on the right byline. Di Lorenzo was clipped. And that was Kostic. And we'll have to contend with this free kick here. Again, some frustrating moments in terms of possession and just being able to maintain possession and find that opportunity to breathe and relieve the pressure. This is something we failed at in the first game against Napoli. Allowing ourselves to just breathe. Had a lot of errors that were multiplying. Here we have Napoli set to take this one in. It's an in-swinger. And it's going long to the back post, easily in the hands of Szczesny. Cuadrado trying to release there for Tech, but Tech just couldn't take that risk, so he eats it. Locatelli now in possession. Back to Gatti. Napoli will now start to overload that flank quickly, closing down Cuadrado. Gatti now moving inside, plays it over for Locatelli. Locatelli having Danilo to his left, plays it to him. Danilo. Scanning. Goes back to Locatelli. Locatelli has time here. Now going with a long ball for Cuadrado. There we go. What did I tell you? Long switch of field. That's what we got to do. Cuadrado moves in. Left foot. Has it. Oh, a rebound out by Miret. And here comes Cuadrado again on it for Juve. He's going to have a cross in. No, he's going to take his man 1v1. Drops it for Locatelli. Here's a cross in. Back post. Oh, cleared out. That's going to be Juve corner. Much, much better from Juventus here. Cuadrado taking his man on 1v1. taking a left-footed shot with a rebound, then coming back in, getting it for Locatelli, who has a cross in, and Napoli has to deal with it much better from Juve. Much more, please. Let's go. Here comes a corner kick. Got 2 players over it. Here comes a corner for Juve. And it's in. Headed out. Osimhen. Only as far as Locatelli. He's got Cuadrado to his right. Plays it to him. Lobotka closing him down. Pass inside for Danilo. Turn that. He plays it back for Locatelli. And Locatelli had to quickly just get it right back to Danilo. Gatti now to Cuadrado. He's got some space ahead, but he eats it. Back for Danilo. Oh, dangerous touch there. Almost stripped by Ndombele. And then his cross-field pass to Kostic is errant. Di Lorenzo. Back for Kim Min-jae. Over to Meret. Meretti applying pressure. Meret has to deal with it. Sule applying pressure. Low pass. Kim Min-jae has to get rid of it. We have 5 bodies deep now, and Napoli has space to come back at Juventus as they try to make their way back. Here's Lozano on the right side. Inside for Ndombele. Gatti steps to him. Here's a shot, and it's always high. So Juve pressing there with the pressure on a soft back pass, but Napoli gets it out, and then they were off to the races. Something Juve is going to have to be aware of. When and where they choose to make those steps in pressure. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be a goal kick for Juve. This is going back there. Oh, Milik doing great work, battling there, seeing it out for Juventus, throwing deep in Napoli's territory. Quickly has it in. It's Sule. Sule cuts on his man, playing it for Luca. Luca quickly over for Danilo. Oh my God, Danilo with a bad, lazy pass. Gets back there, wins it. That is another cheap giveaway. What did I say? Stop it with the lazy errors. Got to be better. Cuadrado does well to keep this one in. Taking on Kvaratskhelia inside for Sule, who does great against Lobotka here. Look at Sule continuing to work. Cuadrado being pushed back, though. They're closing him down. All he can do is have it off of Kvaratskhelia for a throw-in. Sule starting to get involved here. Starting to get cooking. Let's go. He's got the ability to beat his man. We got to keep using him. Here's a little quick 1-2 for Meretti. Meretti's going to splash it out to Kostic. Kostic is going to go at Di Lorenzo. Come on. Cross in. Headed out by Napoli. Again, settled by Juventus. Rabiot on it now. Back for Locatelli. Pops it over to the top for Kostic. Here comes another one. We got bodies in there. That's going up. Cleared out by Napoli. And Locatelli. Oh, but he heads it right back on goal right at Meret. Much, much better from Juventus here. 13 minutes, 40 seconds in. We're starting to grow into this one. The only times Napoli has been able to come at us are from our own errors. Again, if we can minimize that, we will be in good shape. Napoli in possession now. Jesus in possession. Looking for options. Has none. Just to Oliveira here. Inside for Ndombele, and that's chewed up. Here comes Miretti. Nice inside pass for Milik. He's doing battle against Ndombele. And Jesus. Locatelli with a questionable pass back for Danilo, but he does well to deal with it. He moves up the left flank. Cross inside. Miretti flick on. Just can't get it to Milik, and it's cleared out. But again, only as far as Locatelli, who settles it and moves it over to the side for Cuadrado. Cuadrado has Gatti there. He's going to play it to him. Gatti will probably go to Szczesny. He does. Light pressure from Napoli. Locatelli now looking again back to Szczesny. Pressure coming now. Ooh, Tech getting cheeky back there. Tech with the techers, as they say. Sketchy stuff. Please no more of that. Kostic. And he drops it back now. Ooh, but Rugani quickly put under. Nice little turn from Kostic. Keeps it in. Inside for Rabiot, and Juve can move now. Ball's played forward. Miretti's running onto it. He lets Kostic drop in there. Ball going back post. Milik heads it downwards, but right at Meret. Oh, and both players down there on this one. Much, much better from Juventus, everybody. Much, much better. Play has stopped as, again, we have 2 players down. Oliveira and Milik, as they both went up for this aerial challenge. Kostic with the ball, back post there. Oh, man, Milik does well to get there, too. He's jumping in a spot, and, oh, yeah. Oliveira's jumping into him there. Absolutely nothing wrong on that. Oh, man. Napoli in control with the Korean monster, Kim Min-jae. And he's making a little bit of a run out from the back here. Looking for some options. Quickly getting closed down. Nice slide there from Locatelli just to get a piece to deflect it back to Danilo. Or sorry, Rugani. Here's Gatti. Inside. Sule. Ooh. Questionable pass to Locatelli, but he deals with it. Meretti getting called on a handball. Oh, don't get yourself an early yellow, Meretti. Pumping the ball out of bounds there after it. Don't get yourself an early yellow. Come on. Usually the nerves settle as games get going. My nerves are picking up, everybody. My nerves are picking up. Juan Jesus here. Over to Oliveira. Inside for Dombele. Nice hack there from Luca. Let him know you're there. Cool with it. Napoli. Switching the field over to Kim Min-jae. Plays it in for Lozano. Has Di Lorenzo there. Now he gets it. Again, being pushed backwards. Back to Kim Min-jae. He's got Lobotka showing inside. Over to Jesus, who's got Oliveira to his left. He'll play it to him. Sule closing that down. Essentially, our shape defensively has become a 4-5-1, pretty much, which is what I expected, what I called for. Kim Min-jae back to Merit. Light pressure from Juventus. Not a lot here. 17 minutes and a half through. Jesus now to Oliveira. Sule will close down. Here's Kvaratskhelia now. Taking it over to Dombele. Just being watched by Locatelli and even Meretti. I don't know what that is all about. Siri trying to get involved through the Mac. Wild stuff. Lozano cutting into the area. And Sule gets enough of a piece just to push it back to Kim Min-jae. But Napoli retains possession here. There you go, Ronnie. Getting the store empty so you can enjoy the match. Love it. Love it, man. Napoli just working it into the middle and back to the perimeter. Juve doing a good job just kind of essentially keeping tabs on Lobotka and shutting down that. Lobotka is now beyond both defenders just to get onto the ball. Zambo Anguissa, though, has found Oliveira to the left. You're watching their wingers start to invert. They're starting to move centrally for Napoli in order to try and get them on the ball more and take up more possession. So Kvaratskhelia moving. Here's a cross in back post. Kvaratskhelia puts it on, but he's going to get called for the foul on the back there. Yeah, going through the back there. Juan Cuadrado staying with his man there. And the header was going above bar, but Tech got a palm on it just to make sure. Kvaratskhelia now. Oh, Cuadrado, you can't get beat like that. Pass inside for Zambo Anguissa. Now playing it off to Osimhen. And Rabiot comes in and cleans up. Cuadrado now trying to just maintain possession with a questionable ball to Rugani. Rabiot now. Napoli pushing us back. Osimhen now doing battle with Rugani. No call here. Play still gone on. Sule does well to win it. And now Rugani pops it over the top. Milik just can't settle it. But are they going to call Juventus throw-in? I didn't see the arm wave there from Fabri or Lines. They might have called it off of Jesus there. And yeah, they did. Juventus throw. Great work from Milik in this one so far. And even Sule too. Here's Sule winning another throw-in. Doing some grunt work on the byline there. Cuadrado now up ahead for Milik. Trying to turn his man. And Napoli's going to get the throw in now. Milik going back to his position. And they take the throw in back to Kim Min-jae. He's going to play it over for Di Lorenzo. Lozano making himself an option to the outside. Rabiot closing down on Ndombele. Kim Min-jae over to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo back to Kim Min-jae after they rotate with each other. He's carrying it forward. Has Lozano inside. Plays it to him. And Lozano's going to make a cut beyond two Juve players. But cleaned up by Locatelli. Juventus now in possession. Back for Danilo. Inside. Popped forward nicely. Rabiot. But we're going to get a foul here on Napoli coming in late. Man, we were off with it too. Danilo, little pop from Kostic there. And Zambo with the foul on him. But we were continuing to move forward. Probably play advantage there, ref. Would have liked advantage there, everybody. Rabiot had Miretti inside. We had space. Could have ran back at Napoli there. Yeah, I'm with you, Andrew. You have no advantage there. Would have liked to see it. Would have liked to see it. Juventus free kick. And Danilo's going to go back for Rugani. Who's going to play it to Tech. Tech over for Gatti. And Gatti now launching this one, looking Milik's way. Oh, little heel pass, trying to go back inside towards Miretti. Gets it wrong. Napoli in possession, going back for Merit, and now he pumps it forward. And a chested down, but Gatti's going to clean that up as Osimhen tries to wheel around RD. Tech now, nowhere to go, has to pump it forward. Again, Sule with a little flick on, just too far for Miretti, but he's chasing Kim Min-jae back. Has to go again back for Merit. Merit, only option is to Oliveira. Sule closing him down. Ball played forward now, and Ndombele is able to turn from Locatelli, but Rabiot closing him down quickly. And a yellow card now for Locatelli. Yellow card to Locatelli on the clip there on Ndombele as he turned. That's a frustrating one to take, especially when Rabiot had come in to clean that up so quickly. Rabiot's in there cleaning them up. And then Loca with that step in there. That's a frustrating one. Rabiot pretty much had him under wraps there. And it is a soft yellow, but they're so funny with anything from behind. And they've been like that all year, these officials. But let's see if he'll even it up. Because, yeah, usually that's seen as a little bit too soft. Let's go. Napoli in possession here. Lozano back for Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo moving inside. Switching it up now for Jesus. And that's an awful pass. And now Juventus will take over possession with a throw-in just inside Napoli's half. "24 minutes into this one. The nerves have not settled, everybody. Quadrado with the throw in here. Napoli winning it. Loca steps in here, tries to pop it over the top for Milik, but it's just too far. We'll go all the way to Merit. Merit now to Kim Min-jae. Yeah, let's go. Andrew Juve's right. Let's get those likes up, everybody. Come on. Take a second. Drop a like. Subscribe if you're new here to the channel as well. Jesus now to Ndombele over on the left flank, taking on Sule. Little 1-2 with Kvaratskhelia, and they're off. Here's Ndombele, continues to run at us. Played inside and now swallowed up. And now Quadrado trying to turn his man. Just can't get that ball to roll out in front of him. And Kvaratskhelia wins it. Ndombele now. Oh, Miretti comes in hard. Love it. And we get the throw-in call. Beautiful Miretti. Beautiful. Bravo. Love to see that. Love to see that. Don't give him a second to think. Great work there from Miretti. Here's Quadrado, long looking for it again for Milik, who does well. That's seen out. It's going to be another Juventus throw. Sule standing over it, but he's going to drop it for Juan Quadrado. Very, very tough right now for Juventus to find space on the ball and whatnot. Had some moments here. Again, here's Milik again, trying to do some work. Kvaratskhelia, Quad's going to have to close that down very fast. You can't just let him turn and face and be able to work that in. Miretti's pass inside cut out. It's going to be Juventus throw. We've got to switch field. We've got to be quicker. Switch in field. Again, going over the top. Milik's doing good work, and they're not able to really handle him all that well. So keep going to it. Keep playing off of him. Sule, Miretti. Look to be involved off of Milik. That's been looking all right so far. And when we get possession and Napoli is forward, we need to turn quickly. Inside for Rabiot. Back to Cuadrado. Cuadrado now. Beats his man. Little 1-2 played here. Rabiot chests it down. Coming down the side. Oh, puts it across. Nobody there to tap it home, and it goes out for a throw-in on the backside. Great work there from the crazy horse as he chests it down and takes on Oliveira at the short side post. Oh, man. Great, great work. I almost destroyed my microphone and swatted that thing out. I thought that was going to be the moment for Juve. Keep pushing everybody. Di Lorenzo now on the right flank, being pushed out. Does well for Napoli to earn a throw in there. Juve keeping the pressure up. We have to do that on those flanks. We can't keep backing off of Kvaratskhelia at his feet. Quad's going to have to get stuck in there way, way sooner. Here's a quick switch field by Kim Min-jae over to Oliveira. Sule closing him down. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Again, too much space. He can turn, and now Cuadrado's backpedaling. And Napoli's able to gain ground. Dombele now over for Zambanguisa. He's able to turn. Coming in the center of the pitch. Rabiot closes it down, but he's able to pass to Osimhen. Now Di Lorenzo on the right side. Drops it back for Lobotka. Lobotka inside for Dombele. Back to Lobotka. Plays it over for Jesus. He's going to have Oliveira to his left. Plays it to him. Sule just keeping tabs there. Kvaratskhelia now on the flank. Sule and Cuadrado both getting involved to try and stop him. Here's Dombele doing battle with Locatelli, and he just sees it out for a corner kick. So now Juve is going to have to deal with this corner kick from Napoli. Oh, man. Man, I thought that was going to be the moment, everybody. I thought that was going to be the moment with Adrien Rabiot. I really did. Almost bought myself a new mic too. Kvaratskhelia. Cross in. Headed out. And Gatti calling everybody to step immediately. A little bit of pressure there from Kostic. Here's a cross coming right back in. And there's Rugani clearing that one out. Zambanguisa trying to stop it. Look. Oh, Kostic. He's off. Come on. Keeps it in play. He's got Milik ahead. Oh, and the ball's just too far for Milik. Oh. Great opportunity for Juventus to strike there, and Kostic just can't hit Milik's pass there. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate for Juventus. Napoli back in possession. Lobotka now. Oh, he splashes this one out to Lozano, who's running at Danilo here. Rabiot coming in to help. Here's a low hard cross. It settles. Handball there. Looked like it, but there is a little bit of lobbying. But it bounced off of Osimhen first, so that would be a very brutal call. Headed up from Sule there on the cross. Miretti trying to settle it here. Napoli still in control. Lobotka, Anguissa, Dombele working it around. Now it goes out to Di Lorenzo. Juventus can breathe a little bit while they take their shape. Jesus now to the left. Over for Oliveira. Sule closing them down quickly. Cuadrado's been dragged inside as Kvaratskhelia moves inside. Lobotka. He's going to splash it out again to Lozano out on the right. Danilo's going to go and close it down, but Lozano's going to run at him. Kostic coming in to help. Drop for Di Lorenzo. Now inside to Lobotka. Miretti watching him. Pass inside. Misses Zambanguisa, but goes all the way to Oliveira. Little quick short passes now from Napoli on the left flank to try and find some space. Juve sticking to their marks. Kim Min-jae now. Over to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo for Lozano. Back to Kim Min-jae. And we can breathe now. Lobotka being pushed further back by Miretti. Jesus now. Man, Siri is driving me nuts right now. Oh, that's what's doing it. Jesus. Every time I say that name, Siri wants to pull up the Bible. Zeus, Dombele, Kvaratskhelia trying to turn Gatti. Nothing doing. Played ahead for Milik. Just trying to maintain possession. Gets clipped. But the play's going to be called dead as there's a Napoli player down. Looks like Kvaratskhelia back at R18. Man. Gotta love Siri. It's never done that before. So it's really, really strange. All of a sudden this game. Something's tipping it off. Hilarious though. Oh yeah, that would have been a brutal handball if it bounced off of Osimhen's back onto like Locatelli's trailing hand. Osimhen lobbying for it. Man, when Kostic beats Lobotka to that ball and he's off to the races, you've got to lay that pass in front of Milik. Can't help but feel like that would have been the breakthrough. Here we're watching Rabiot slotting that ball across and nobody there at the back post. Thought he should have just absolutely ripped that at Merit. Is that Napoli? Oh, man. Frustrating one. Kvaratskhelia is still down. They're tending to him. Let's take a little break for some stats, okay? We'll hit you with some numbers here. Possession is largely in favor of Napoli. 67% to 33%. One total attempt for Napoli, nothing on target. If we're going to talk about Juve, we've got 4 total attempts, 3 of them on target, but nothing big out of all of those. But for the lack of possession, I still feel like this game is there for the taking, everybody. Juve very, very much in this one. I know we want more control. I know we want more opportunities and whatnot, but we can hit this. And slowly, this game is opening up. Not just for Juve, but even for Napoli. So this one's for the taking. It's there. Our biggest thing for me is we have got to get Cuadrado out on Kvaratskhelia quicker. That is the only time Napoli has really looked threatening. Lozano seems very, very content to cross in early, and our guys have been dealing with that quite fine. We just need to close down Kvaratskhelia quicker and stop those 1-2s with him and Dombele and Zambanguisa and Lobotka in the middle, because that's how they want to do their damage. And once they do that and they get behind you, then Osimhen is freed up. Here's a long ball heading to the right corner. Cuadrado's going to get there and settle it. He's going to try to cross it in on the one time. Thought he should have just settled that, but Napoli back in possession. Dombele and Cuadrado's putting him under, but it's going to get called down. Not sure if they ended up calling offside there. I'm not sure. I've got the audio quite low on the feed. Osimhen flicking that on, but only as far as Gatti. He's going to head it back down for Tech, and Juve is going to regroup. Locatelli calling for the ball. He's going to scoop it up, and he's going to take a look. Little to no pressure right now from Napoli on us at the back. Gatti in for Locatelli. Quick pass in for Sule. Sule now tries to flick it on to Cuadrado as 2 Napoli players closed him down quickly, and he gets it all wrong. It's going to be a Napoli throw-in. Both teams overall doing very well at closing down the space quickly. Napoli having a lot of control, but again, not really able to find a whole bunch through it. Again, they've only got 1 total attempt so far to this point. Probably their best attempt wasn't even an attempt because it was offside. Again, Kvaratskhelia here. Cuadrado closing him down, letting him go back. That's what we need to do. Jesus inside for Zambanguisa. And closed down by Rabiot. Forces him to Oliveira. Oliveira to Kvaratskhelia. Quadrado closed him down. Pass inside. Zambuanga finding Ndombele. But look at the challenge there from the crazy horse. All over him. That's going to be out for a throw-in for Napoli. Great work from Rabiot. He covers so much ground. And he tackles that distance so quickly. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Still nervous, by the way. Still nervous. Kim Min-jae to Di Lorenzo. 1-2 as they interchange. Tried to play that one forward. Takes a deflection, falls to Rugani. Rugani over to, oh man, Rabiot puts him back under. Trying to play this one forward. Milik closing it down. 50-50. Danilo heads it in. Rabiot doing battle. Here's Locatelli. He wins it. Milik tried to go inside for Miretti, but now Sule cleans it up. Look at that. Nice play from Sule to break away from two players. Bad touch there. And now Napoli trying to turn it in on us. There's some quick 1-2s. Kvaratskhelia has room on the left. No. Here's a hit. Deflected, and Gatti cleans it up. Oh, man. Again. An error from us, and a lazy one at that. Awful touch. I believe it was Milik up further ahead. That just simply can't happen. You cannot do that. Cheap turnovers in awful moments and areas. Here's a throw-in. Oliveira quickly had in, and again hammered back out by Gatti. 37 minutes through here. Lozano gets stepped in by Danilo, and that sees the shot weakly and softly fall back for Gatti, who then clears it up. They handled it nicely. That was offside also. Not on that particular play. Yeah, that turnover is what kills me. And now they're getting the foul called here on Ndombele. Back here. This is a dangerous one to have to deal with. Kvaratskhelia is going to stand over this. We got a one-man wall of only Sule. Everybody in the area. Looks like we're zoning up, and we're not going to man mark. Questionable. 38th minute. Big free kick here. Here it is. Oh, and that's headed out. Gatti shouting orders here as now we have a corner kick to contend. Kvaratskhelia going to have it right back in there again. Here it is. In swinger, and that's headed out. Rabiot. And now Lobotka trying to keep Juve under. Back heel there with Lozano. Napoli trying to do work. They are going to earn the throw-in. Kostic lobbying for that one. Doesn't get it. Lobotka. Back to Jesus. It's going to go over for Oliveira. Jesus over. Di Lorenzo. Back to Kim Min-jae. Inside for Zambuanga. Oh, Kostic just couldn't eat on that. Rabiot tries to take a stab at that. Nice challenge in on Zambuanga. He's going to get a yellow. No way, Fabri. No way. Not on live look. It didn't look like it on the live look. Let's get the replay. I could be wrong, but to me it didn't look like that looking at it live. Let's take a look here. It's pretty aggressive. His trailing leg goes through the back of Anguissa's legs, but yeah, I don't... Little aggressive. Get Nick in there at half. Yeah, we gotta get Nick in there. I don't know. For me, not a yellow. Am I biased? Hell yeah. We got a free kick to contend with. Kvaratskhelia is set to take it in for Napoli. Means it's going to be an outswinger. Heading to the spot. There it is. And handled. Kostic. Ooh, taking too long there, Sule. Rabiot trying to head it over to Kostic. Can't get it quite out there. Again, doing battle with Zambo Anguissa. This is put back into the mixer, but Tech's going to easily handle it. Now trying to switch field quickly. Having it out for Quadrado. Quadrado easily by Dombele, but then his touch lets him down, and now Napoli can turn it on us. Gatti cleaning it up. Let's go. Gatti looking strong as ever today. Absolutely love it. Quadrado, a little too much there. Little too much there. Jesus over to Kim Min-jae. Back to Jesus. Inside for Dombele. Back to Jesus. Into Oliveira. Up for Kvaratskhelia. Trying to play a 1-2. And Sule does well to clean that up. He's going to drop back for Gatti. Quickly inside for Luca. He's closed down by 2 Napoli players. That is a problem. We have to be sharper. Can't put our guys under. We're suiciding ourselves. Oliveira dropping it in, and Danilo cleans that up. He's going to clear forward. Milik doing battle. Oh, come on. Thank you, ref. And that is also from behind. Just to say, he's broke free and clear of Jesus there. It's ugly there. It's broken free and clear. Here you go. There's the tug. There's the clip on the back of the legs. Falling on there. Come on. Seen less. Seen less this game. Let's go. Yellow. God damn, Fabry. Nick called it. Arbitro Nick said, watch for Fabry to maybe lose control later on in this game. Rugani to Danilo. Danilo over for Kostic. Ooh, tries to pop that one forward. Gets the handball call. Kostic looking to quickly have it back in. He does. Miretti now. Scanning. Had Luca for a second, but didn't take advantage. Now back to Rugani. He's got Gatti all the way to the right. Quickly closed down by Dombele. Gatti has got to go all the way back for Szczesny. No options there. Quadrado well high up that right flank. And now Tech trying to go his way. 50-50. And that's just going to be seen out. It's going to be a Napoli throw-in as Quadrado can't get ahead to it as he does aerial battle with Oliveira. La Bocca. Back to Oliveira. Back to La Bocca. La Bocca over to Kim Min-jae. Miretti's going to close that down. Back to Jesus. And now Oliveira. Sule watching him. Inside for La Bocca. Miretti quickly closing that down. Back to Oliveira. For the most part, a very slow pace to this game. Napoli consistently looking for ways to find attack, ways to find space. And Juve, to be honest, when we're on it and we're moving forward, we do look like we can strike. But it's just too few and far between. We are going to have to pick up how much we control the play. That has to pick up. Kvaratskhelia now being watched by Quadrado and Sule. Inside for Oliveira. Sule closes that down. Now inside for Zambo Anguissa. He's going to go all the way out to the right for Lozano. Lozano with Danilo. He's going to cross this one. It's going in there. Headed down. Luca heels it out to the top of the area. Flicked on down. Locatelli now doing battle. Nice flick. Cleans it up. Plays it to Quadrado. We're off. Touches it forward for Milik. Milik has to slow down. Here we go. And Luca switches field beautifully. Chested down. Take your man on. Kostic has it settled. Trying to go inside. Just sees it out. And Merit's going to keep it in. The support's just a little too far there. Kostic is doing so much just to try and maintain possession that he can't find a Juve player up there. Great switch field from Locatelli. Like I said, we're doing this few and far between, but we look like we could strike. It's just got to pick it up more. We need more of these opportunities. Come on, Juve. Push. Push. Di Lorenzo quickly closed down. Has to turn back for Kim Min-jae. Inside for Zambo Anguissa. Zambo Anguissa over to Jesus. He's going to most likely play it to the side here for Oliveira. Miretti closing that down. Now up for Kvaratskhelia, who's got way too much space here. Locatelli keeping tabs on him. Played inside for Osimhen. Rabiot taps that out, but it's going to fall for Lozano. He's going to try and take his man in. Kvaratskhelia trying to turn inside, and Juve wins the ball back. Here we go. Long ball splashed out, trying to hit Milik. It's too far. Going to go all the way to Merit. He quickly pops it up for Kim Min-jae. Juve has dropped way too far back to try and take advantage of that. I'm shutting down the clock, everybody, at 45:22 as we have 2 minutes of stoppage time. Lozano still trying to do battle with Danilo. Danilo thinks he wants to throw in there, but it goes against us. Come on, Juve. Di Lorenzo on this now. Inside, Di Lorenzo having it in. It's Dombele. Plays it over for Oliveira. He's got Kvaratskhelia to his left. He plays it to him. Quadrado backing up. Sule going in to help. He's going to line one up. No. Slots it to Di Lorenzo. Pops it over the top. But Gatti cleans it up. Di Lorenzo now heads it down for Lozano. Nice touch from Lozano. Inside. Cleared out by Rugani. Kostic trying to see this one out. There you go. Hits it long forward. Milik trying to do battle. He settles it. Does well. Now trying to maintain possession. Doesn't get the foul call. Oh, Gatti cleans that one up nicely. Sule trying to go all the way across over for Milik there. And now Napoli cleans it up. We got to take it easy here. I know you want to hit back fast, but we're just allowing them to keep us under. Lobotka now top of the area. Over for Dombele. Inside for Zambo Anguissa. Now some of the cavalry comes back. Kvaratskhelia has to keep that in. Juve slowed down on marking. Starting to get a lot of space for Napoli now. And there you go. We have halftime, everybody. My word, what a half. Woo. Woo. All right. 0-0 at half. Okay. And Sal Grucia here. Gatti's making a case for my next jersey. I'm not going to lie. They're auctioning off because Juve partnered up. You guys might have gotten the email. They're partnering up with an auction company, and they had a list of jerseys. I almost went in on the Gatti one, to be honest, the game-worn jersey. It's a game-worn site, and they were auctioning off for a good cause, of course. I almost went for Gatti's. He's having a game, okay? Andrew Juve's happy with that half of football. To be honest, I'm not disappointed by any means. We've left Napoli with little. I just think, again, it's all about that balance for us. And the balance still is a little bit too much in terms of possession for Napoli. Yes, you can still get by. Yes, you could still strike, and we do look like we can strike them when not, but you're making it very hard for yourself. And towards the end there, we started to see it's very, very taxing, and it's laboring to try and play in that method, because if your guys all make that run and you all start to push forward, you make an errant pass, it gets cut off, and all of a sudden, boom, Napoli is able to just come back at us, and you don't want to give them space. What we did at our best in that first half is take away their space, eliminate their space, render them essentially useless. And we did that for a good part of that half. But when it started to open up, when we started to take more chances in terms of the counter, started to kind of hurt us. What did we do when we weren't countering to find effectiveness at gaining that space, getting down in their territory? Long balls and long switches. Those corner balls, we have to utilize that more. Locatelli had an absolute beautiful one there. Kostic did so well, just couldn't hold it down. But ultimately, I'm fine with that half of football from Juventus, everybody. But again, I think we have to just be a little bit more sharp. And if we still look at everything that went down there, Napoli's best moments and opportunities came from our errors. Very, very shocking touches here and there that just have to be cleaned up, that set Napoli off to the races on us. Still, through all that, if we're looking at total attempts, this is tight. This is very, very tight. 4 attempts for Juve, 3 for Napoli. No attempts on target from Napoli, 3 from Juventus. Possession, 69% from Napoli. That is going to tire us out. Playing on the counter, being able to do so is great. You have to be able to do it. However, you can't solely rely on that and play in that manner. I need a little bit more balance there from Juventus. Total passes, Juventus 122, Napoli 312. And that just comes from the massive lopsidedness in terms of possession, all right? Overall, though, I like what we're doing. Napoli started off by definitely overloading the flanks on Juve. You could see that. You could see it, and they were doing a good job. It's a blueprint on how to hurt Juve. We did start to switch field a couple times, not often enough though. When we switch that, we can keep them honest, and then we can get work. We can be able to work on flanks. To be honest, we're gonna have to cheat a bit if we want to hurt them. We're gonna have to cheat a bit. Quadrado's gonna have to go a little bit early. We're gonna have to get in there, but I think we can hurt them on that side away from Di Lorenzo, which for us, Kostic has been one of our catalysts this season, and him going up against Di Lorenzo is very tight. However, Quadrado and even Rabiot, if we get Rabiot working out of the right side, Rabiot's been able to do some damage on our right side, Napoli's left, because of Oliveira there. That is a matchup. Jesus, Oliveira there. I want to attack the right way more than I do the left. Keep it away from Di Lorenzo and Kim Min-jae. Ask questions of those guys. That opportunity from Rabiot, man, he was in tight, did the right thing by going back post. We just had nobody there. But to be honest, I'm fine with this half. This game, like I said, it was going to be up for grabs. It was going to be there for the taking. I called 2-2 originally, but hey, people that were calling a 1-0, a 1-1, maybe even still a 2-1, but I don't think so anymore if you're going 0-0 at the half, potentially, but 1-1 might be the play. I don't know, or even a 1-0. Let's see. Comments coming in. Al, with the team we are fielding, how are you feeling? I think Chiesa and Di Maria could come in and change this game. I think right now, I really like what I'm seeing out of everybody. One of the issues with how we're playing right now ends up being what you do with these guys. I'm going to be quite honest here. I'm not so sure Di Maria does as much, anywhere near as much right now, if he comes into this game, as what Sule's doing for us on the defensive side of things. I'm going to be flat out honest. That's why I'm a little bit skeptical about maybe making any changes immediately. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I really want to change anything. If you're looking at trying to get Chiesa in here, your pick is pretty much one of Sule or one of Kostic. I'm not so sure I want to get rid of Kostic again because we're giving up a lot in possession. Unless we can turn this balance around, then I don't want to really necessarily change too drastically, okay? I don't want to do that too much if this is what we're doing. If we want to go 4-3-3, that's dangerous if we can't turn it around in terms of getting the possession up. So right now, this becomes really, really iffy. I think the only one up for changing is Sule. I don't want to change Kostic at all. And I honestly don't want to change Miretti. I like what Miretti's doing. Energy standpoint, defensive standpoint, and whatnot. I like it. At some point, we are going to see changes. It's probably going to be Sule for one of Chiesa or Di Maria. And to be honest, if I had to take my pick, I'd probably throw Chiesa in there for Sule, and I'd have him playing tight off of Milik and whatnot. I know that we like Chiesa on the wing and whatnot, but that role is also being utilized to shut down Lobotka for pulling the strings for Napoli. And I think that's helped us quite a bit. So I don't want to get too crazy, but we also do have to shift things. I will change my mind if in the second half we can start to gain some more control and start doing more. I want to get everybody's thoughts right now on who you would call for so far leading it for man of the match as far as Juventus goes. Right now, I'm gonna say that it's Gatti for me. Gatti for me, hands down. And we're going to get to one of the comments here. This coming in from B1897. Miretti has surprised me a lot in the last few games. He improved his physicality and his stamina a lot. Yes, absolutely yes. One of the things we're noticing is on the ball. Much, much stronger from what we've seen out of Miretti previously. Definitely has worked on using his center of gravity much, much better, to be honest. So... yeah, but Gatti, Locatelli is a good shout, I think, as well in that half. So Locatelli or Gatti, no question. Gatti, no doubt. Gatti by far. Gatti is lucky he didn't see red. Dells, not great from anyone, to be honest. Sal, Gatti, or Loca? Ron, Gatti. Love it, everybody. He is there. I'm going to give you everybody's ratings so far up until this point. Again, these are not my ratings, okay? These are sofa scores, but we'll go through them. Szczesny, 6.6. Hey, how about that moment with Tech playing that ball at the back and offering for the offering to take the feint and drop it back? Woo, sketchy stuff. Quadrado at a 6.1. I'm not necessarily sure it needs to be at a 6.1. I mean, he's doing some work. He has been involved in moments where we have been pushing them. I don't know. I don't know if I go 6.1. Seems a little rough. Gatti 6.9. Rugani 6.7. How about that? Anybody said anything negative about Rugani? It's been, and knock on wood. I must knock on wood. He has not been an issue. He's been reliable for the better part of a year now. And again, here we go again. Him being reliable. Did a good job. Did his job. Nothing more, nothing less in the first half. And that's all I ask from any of our players. Do your job. And do it to the best of your ability. B1897, I agree completely. Decent. Nothing more, nothing less. And you know what? That's fine. That's all we need. It's all we need. Just do your job. Do your job. And yes, he has been doing a good job at marking out Osimhen. And Gatti has been doing a great job keeping tabs and cleaning up when he's had to. Two of them have done a great job at the back there. Danilo gets a 7.1. I'm not so sure it's that high. I actually thought Danilo looked to struggle for the majority of that one, at least on the ball, for sure. For sure, with some questionable decisions. I have him at about a 6, just remaining status quo. Everybody starts at a 6. I have him at a 6. Sule, 6.8. Locatelli, 6.7. Rabiot with a 6.3. Not so sure I agree with that. Doing a lot of work there. Kostic, 6.6. Miretti, 6.7. Milik, 6.7. Don't necessarily have a lot of problem with that. I think Danilo's a little too high at 7.1. Quadrado's a little too low at 6.1. Rabiot, I think, a little too low at a red 6.3 rating from SofaScore. But other than that, they're all pretty much around the same rating, which is fair. But I think Gatti should be the highest, and to be honest, he isn't. They give Danilo the highest, and that's SofaScore for you, everybody. But man, tight affair right now. We need a goal. Oh, man. And reminder to everybody that's with me on this one right now, please like the video, okay? Please like the video, drop subscription. We all love to continue to grow the AJC Army. Some of the great stuff we've had. If anybody missed the interview with Roberto Bettega, was absolutely wonderful. A spectacular man, was an incredible player, okay? So humble, so nice. Check it out. Show some love. That is the first of many great exclusives we are going to be bringing to you this season later on and whatnot, okay? The list is incredible of what we have coming, okay? I dropped some hints there a couple shows ago. It's great stuff. We continue to strive to do our best for our community and bring you more and more content like never before, all right? So we thank you all for your support. Ways of supporting, we of course have the merchandise. Amici di Nessuno. Hey, That's what this season's all about, and show some love there. Super chat is enabled, all right? We have subscriptions now. You could subscribe to the channel and take advantage of certain other perks, all right? All of the exclusive new content that's going to be coming out is also brought to you through our partnership with the Juventus official fan clubs North America. Much love to all of them. If you are with them, okay, or a part of them, or you haven't, or you don't know where these fan clubs are, you can go to the official Juventus website, click on fan clubs, put in your zip code. It'll show you who is near you. Show some love because they put in so much time and effort to bring us all closer to the game and the club that we love. Reno is with the Juventus official fan club Vancouver. They have an amazing group there, spearheaded by the wonderful Pietro Nardone. Okay, so I know they got 2 watch parties today in Vancouver, all right? 2 of them going on at 2 different locations, one at Sharks Club, one at Doppio. And guys, I hope you're having a great time, all right? Thanks for dropping into the channel and showing some love. We're getting ready for the second half to kick off. And hey, hopefully we can see Juve get the job done and pull out of this one, all right? Let's get some goals. Reminder, tomorrow morning, post-match podcast, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, live, as always. That's how we like to roll here at the AJC, live. And I will stick around for post-match for a little bit here, but after this game, I do have my own football match to go and play, all right? Hopefully I'm in a great mood, although I play my best when I'm pissed off, so we'll see what happens. FINOALLAFINE, Forza Juventus, let's get this victory, all right? Let's go. Allegri has him fighting. Got him fighting. Hey, there was nowhere to go but up after our first performance against them. Let's see if we can pull this one off today, all right? Who is going to be the guy? Who is going to be the guy that decides this game? Hopefully, whoever it is wearing the black and white stripes, all right? Let's go, everybody. We're getting ready for the second half to kick off. I'm going to wait for the clock to catch up that 22 seconds, and then we're going to fire it on, all right? Second half, getting ready. Let's go. And Fabry blows it. We're going to wait that 22 seconds. Here's a long ball deep. Looking Osimhen's way easily into the hands of Wojciech Szczesny. Szczesny throwing this one out to Cuadrado. He's closed down. Playing it up ahead. Trying to get the turn there. And we get the call. We have now caught up on the clock. We're back. Let's go, everybody. Cuadrado switches it up now to Rugani. Rugani going to play for Danilo. Quickly closed down. Running out of options. Pops it forward. Trying to go to Milik, but that's cleaned up. Now Locatelli gets in there. Back for Danilo. 3-back shape taking fold. Here's Locatelli doing battle. Lobotka beats him there on that one. Played up for Lozano. Danilo stepping in beautifully. In for Kostic. Kostic got nowhere to go. Has to drop it back for Miretti. We were a little bunched up there. Miretti now. Inside. Danilo found himself very high up there. Locatelli splitting the lines. Finding Sule. Sule up ahead for Kostic. He can run at Di Lorenzo. Pulls up. Trying to set up a cross. Oh, goes to the top of the area. Crossed out. Oh, little aerial battle. Flicked on. Played inside. Sule trying to set himself up. Nice play for Kostic. Kostic. Oh, and it's cleared out. It's going to be a corner kick for Juventus. That's much, much better from Juve. Let's go. Push. Push. Come on. Dive. Dive. Sule did great work there. Fantastic footwork surrounded by 3 Napoli players. He continues to have a very strong showing for himself, in my opinion. Let's go. Set to take this corner kick. Come on. Come on. Miretti. Set to take this one in. See, he's sporting the Juve Mutande there. The underwear that these players wear, these Juventus striped underwear. Right through the white shorts. That's one of the things with white shorts, boys. See through. Here's the corner. Coming in from Moretti, back post. Oh, just couldn't get a head onto it. See if Cuadrado could save this, keep it in. Just goes out, and it's going to be a goal kick for Napoli. Come on. Die, let's go. Man, Ron, I would love that. I would love for this weekend to end in that manner. Napoli popping the ball over the top. Goes over Dombelli. Oh my God, Rabiot closed down Locatelli on himself as he was trying to release a pass. Played inside. Little flick on. Just too far for Cuadrado. And now Napoli's going to have the throw in here. Didn't even notice that the Avenger logo is on the bottom of these kits here. Go Avs! Come on. Come on. I'm in Canada, man. And I'm from Ontario. Gotta do it. Gotta do it, Leafs. It's been a rough go for me with the Leafs, all right? So, let's take it easy out there. Chesney on it right now. Oh, headed back in. Headed out. Sule doing well. Flicks it on. Cuadrado making his run. Take your man on. He's going to take Jesus on. Tries to cross in. It's low. It's just too far ahead of Sule. Wonderful challenge there from Danilo. Shuts down Napoli from making a break on us. Man, we just have to get somebody there. Have to get somebody on the end of these passes. Come on. This game is there for the taking. Let's go push. We have a lot of Juve players warming up right now. Di Maria, one of them. Locatelli heads it back. Lozano's going to keep this thing in. He's running back at us. Danilo over challenges here. Ball going back post here. Kvaratskhelia at the top of the area. Cuadrado taking him on. Oh, there's a hard ball in, but Chesney swallows that up and does well there. Oh, careful, careful. Just like that, that's all it takes. We've got to be aware. Got to be aware. Locatelli with a questionable header back there when his man was forward. And that sprung Lozano. Tech now. Rolling it out. Rugani inside. Rabiot trying to turn his man. No call. He was holding him. Dombele has a hit there, and we had to slide challenge in there from Locatelli. Frustrating to not get the call there as Rabiot tried to turn. Zambo Anguissa hands all over him there. Allowed to continue on there. Locatelli doing very well there, blocking that one. Locatelli showing that fight, showing that heart, committing himself. Now we're talking, Andrew. Now we're talking. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Ron Fabri. L'arbitro Nick called it. There's a header back post from Di Lorenzo, but right to Tech. Soft and controlled. Tech bombs this one out to Kostic. Kostic again fighting for possession just to hang on to this. Trying to do battle. Wins the foul call there. Thank you. Again, same culprit. Zambo Anguissa there. Let's go, Fabri. Pick it up. Smokes. Let's go. Let's get your calls right. Di Lorenzo. Jesus, not even taking Cuadrado to dinner at the back post there before absolutely mauling him. Like a young boy on prom with his date. Take it easy. All right, quick little 1-2s there. Sule can't connect with Rabiot, but Napoli misplays a pass, and now we're back in possession. Milik sprays it out for Cuadrado. Cuadrado's going to move forward. He's going to cross this, and it's blocked. Locatelli calling for a ball inside to the middle of the pitch where there was a ton of space there. But Cuadrado had only eyes for the back post there. Dropped inside. Here's Rabiot. Scanning over to Danilo. Danilo popping it over to the back there. Let's go. Sule trying to do some work. Just maintains possession. Back for Cuadrado. Cuadrado popping it over the top for Moretti. Does well. Looks like he's in. Oh, he's in play. Has it out. Gets the corner. No, they're going to call goal kick. Or are they calling offside? I think it's a late offside call. Yeah, late offside call. Man. It's good effort. I like that. We have to attack space. We have to keep them honest. We have to keep them honest like that. Let's keep it rolling. Jesus in possession for Napoli. Over to Oliveira. To Kvaratskhelia. Close down. Nowhere to really go. That name is a nightmare, by the way. Bear with me, everybody. Laboka. Kvaratskhelia. Just going to call him KK. But that sounds terrible, too. I hate when people would text that KK. Drives me nuts. I'm rambling. It's the nerves, everybody. Let's go. Jesus. Over to Kim Min-jae. Inside, Rabiot closes down quickly on Lozano. Who'd moved in? Jesus now to Oliveira. Oliveira. Oh, misplayed pass to Kvaratskhelia. Cuadrado eats it up, plays it inside. Gatti has to pump it forward, though. Nicely settled by Milik. Trying to find space to get rid of this thing. Danilo finding Kostic now. Kostic able to turn. But his pass can't get it over the back of Di Lorenzo, and it goes out. It's going to be Juventus row. Rabiot quickly takes it. Inside for Locatelli. Back out to Danilo. Danilo, trying to go back for Locatelli. Bad pass. Osimhen now in possession. He's going to switch this one over. Kvaratskhelia moved inside. He's going to line one up. Has a hit. Goes wide. Come on, everybody. Let's go. Georgia. There we go. Georgia. Easy. Like that. One extra. Yeah. Great song, though, by Pennywise. Pretty sure it was Pennywise. All right. Let's go. Gatti. Pumping it forward. Milik continues to do great work up ahead for Juventus. Cuadrado scanning too much, but he does find Sule. Back to Cuadrado, is moving forward. Gotta move the ball, man. You gotta move the ball. Danilo comes in to clean up. Locatelli steps in. Come on. Oh, nice through ball for Kostic. Kostic, drops it and it's cleared out. Kostic heads it back in. Miretti for Kostic. Have the cross in. There he goes, popping it. Back post. Nobody there. Cuadrado's going to keep this one in, and Juve can keep the pressure up. Come on. He's going to try and take his man on. He's going against Georgia. Played it inside. 1-2. Cuadrado just couldn't get back to the other end of that 1-2. Much, much better from Juventus. Continue to push here. There is going to be moments for us. There is going to be opportunities. Coming down to that final third. Paul Pogba warming up, everybody. Di Maria warming up. Paredes warming up. Chiesa warming up. And I agree with you, Dominique. Sule has had a great game so far. Loved what I'm seeing out of Sule so far. Osimhen stopping it for Dombele. He's going to switch it out for Kim Min-jae. He's got Di Lorenzo and Lozano. Goes to Lozano. Zambo Anguissa making a run. Gatti goes out to close that down. Now Danilo comes in hard. And he's going to get the foul call. Or no. We've got Raspadori, Zielinski, Elmas all warming up for Napoli. Come on, let's get the feed back on the actual game. Okay, thank you. Free kick. Georgia set to take it. Kvaratskhelia takes it, and it's headed out. There you go. Juventus can regroup here. Pressure being put on. Laboca has to put this one out for Dombele. And he stops it. He's got space to move at Juventus. Milik trying to watch a bit. 1-2's trying to be played. Locatelli back heels it out, trying to find Milik. Milik takes a silly one there. Silly one there. As he and Lobotka run into each other there. All right. Do I think Allegri should give Pogba more game time? I trust that he knows where he's at physically to do it. If I'm looking at this game and Pogba coming in, again, we're going to need a lot of defensive work. So if you're getting him into the game, you have to take the guy out that's doing the least amount in the midfield as far as the defensive work goes, because we're not quite controlling the play enough. So for me, that ends up having to be Miretti. Ball in, and that's cleared out by the wall for Juve. Lobotka back in possession. But Sule and one out of the midfield, look for those changes to be made. And if it were me, I would opt for Chiesa to replace Sule. And I would have him play close to the striker, Milik. Jesus over across to Kim Min-jae. Inside for Lobotka. Over to Jesus. Over to Dombele. To Lobotka. Inside. Ooh, Rabiot just couldn't strip that one. Very slow pace now. Very slow pace to this one. Kim Min-jae trying to find Zambo Anguissa. Rabiot all over him. Rabiot's on a yellow card. Lozano. Inside to Zambo Anguissa. Back to Lozano. Cuts inside. Over to Oliveira. It's got Georgia. Georgia coming at Cuadrado. Sule coming in to help. Doubling up on him. Drops the ball for Lobotka. Lobotka out to Lozano. Lozano finds Di Lorenzo. He's going to have it in. Nope. Back to Lozano. Little 1-2's played. Cleared out by Rugani. Little too far for Milik to apply some pressure, but he is going to get involved here. Kim Min-jae going over, and that goes over everybody. All the way to Tech. Come on, Juve. Let's go. 60-minute mark we're coming upon. We are going to get some changes, everybody. We're going to get some changes. Pog Boom. I would love for a Pog Boom to decide this one. I would absolutely love nothing more than him absolutely lacing one. Here we go. Federico Chiesa, and we have Di Maria. We're getting the changes. Kostic coming out, Chiesa coming in, Miretti coming out, Di Maria coming in, Sule allowed to continue. Interesting stuff from Max Allegri there. And to be honest, Sule's been doing good work. But now, potentially, a little bit light in the midfield with Miretti out of there. Little bit top heavy here. Little bit top heavy here. ¿Sabes? Sono italiano. Sì. Parlo poco italiano. Let's go. Gatti has his long ball attempt. Hitting Dombele and going out for a Juventus throw. Pumped over the top here. Milik trying to head it back on to Di Maria. Locatelli steps forward. Milik trying to settle it. Just can't. Jesus gets possession. He's going to go back to Merit. Pump forward here. Aerial challenge. Rugani does well. Locatelli, little back heel there. That gets cleaned up. Gatti has to step in and just clean that up. It's going to be Napoli throw-in. Cleaning things up second half. Much, much better split. 47% possession now for Juventus. Okay, 47% possession for them now. Napoli still ahead with 53% possession, but 0 attempts in the second half so far for Juventus. Got to pick that up. Napoli has had 4 attempts in the second half, giving them a total of 8. Juve has had 4 total attempts this game. But again, there were sequences and moments we could strike. We have to go here. "62 minutes in. Time keeps ticking. Time keeps ticking. Will we get someone to decide this game? Napoli in control here. Moving up the pitch. Oliveira being pushed backwards. Finding Dombele, who finds Georgia. Georgia coming up the side. Oh, slip pass through. Locatelli comes in to clean it up. Put inside. Chiesa now on it. Trying to go forward, finding Milik, and we're off to the races. Here's Di Maria running up the right side. Jesus going in to close him down. He cuts in. Long ball going to back post. Di Lorenzo has to intervene and does well. Stops that one, and then Merritt can pick it up. Much better from Juventus. Chiesa finding Milik, finding Di Maria, and we were off to the races. Let's go. Let's counter them. Now they have a little bit of space. Georgia coming at Juan Cuadrado. Locatelli going in to double up. He moves inside, has a hit. It deflects there. Looks like it hit a handball. Another huge block, and that was Daniele Rugani. Bravo, Rugani. Napoli starting to press. It's starting to open up a bit here. Everybody's starting to open it up. Come on. Come on. Starting to open up here. This is going to be a corner kick. Georgia's coming over to take it. Coming over to take this one. Looks like Juve's zoning up there. And it's in. Outswinger headed. It's going out to the back. Dombelli tried to have it right back into the mixer. Szczesny comes out and claims it. Well done. Let's go. Quickly firing this one out to Cuadrado. Cuadrado. Inside for Rabiot. Back to Cuadrado. Locatelli wants it. But Osimhen ruling him out by dropping back just that little bit. Gatti on it now. Over to Rugani. Over to Locatelli. Danilo far to the left. He gets it. And Danilo now trying to go over the top. It goes over Milik. In between him and Rabiot. All the way to Merritt. Chiesa is playing this much more centrally than what we were seeing from Filip Kostic. And that was changing things up on possession here. Here's Georgia able to run at us. Inside for Di Lorenzo. Dropping it out. Cross inside. Gatti heads it only to the back post. It's Dombele. Inside. Oh, cleaned up by Rabiot. Well done. Let's go, Juventus. Trying to pick it up forward. Here's Di Maria. He's put under. Inside for Locatelli. Out to Gatti. He's going to pop it forward. Looking Chiesa's way. And Chiesa does well. Wins that. He's off to the races. Lozano trying to catch up. Trying to catch up to Markham. Oh, bad touch there. And it's played back to Merritt. Chiesa had an opportunity, but Lozano did well to get back there, put pressure, and he just couldn't get that ball to roll forward with him. Sule down right now. We might be getting another change. 65th minute. Does look like we are going to see that change. And here comes Nicolo Fagioli. Let's go. Who is going to be the one? Will somebody for Juventus break this game open? Come on, let's go. Rugani has had himself a good showing. I'm very, very happy with Rugani's game. Come on, Fagioli. Let's go. Somebody break this game open for Juve. Come on, let's go. The later this game goes, the more the nerves are going to ramp up here. Osimhen on it, playing it out to Lozano. Nice step from Rabiot. Wins a Chiesa. Tries to play one in for Milik, but he was going the other way. Come on, Chiesa. Sharpen up. Sharpen up, Fede. Come on. We need possession. We can't give it away so quickly after gaining it. Here we go. Step in. Oh, hey. Let's go, Fabri. Wake up. Locatelli takes a hit there. Locatelli is becoming an absolute warrior and a gladiator in there, man. He's taking the hits when he has to. He's getting involved all the time. The defensive work he does is incredible. He is an absolute... I've never understood the criticism. He had a couple bad runs there when he was going through something personally because he took a personal leave, but ever since he's come back, for me, he's been solid. He is the glue in the midfield for Juventus. Here's Di Maria on it. And Di Maria running backwards, being put under pressure, all sorts of it. Goes back to Szczesny finally. Osimhen going to apply a little bit of pressure. Master G, what's up? Let's go. We're at the 67th minute, seeing if Juventus can turn this thing around and get themselves a decider here. Let's go. Better split in possession this here. But, hey, you know what they say. Better late than never. Let's go, and maybe you're the good luck charm, Master G. Okay, because if Juve scores here, you can never miss another watch-along ever. Understood? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Elmas and Zielinski coming in. Lozano and Dombelli taken out for Napoli. Zielinski, a good player. We'll have to keep tabs. Let's go. Come on, Juve. Push for this. Milik battling with Elmas here. Just gets it back to Kim Min-jae, to Lobotka, over to Jesus. Juventus trying to take their shape. Fagioli looking for his marks. Zielinski is dropped back. Trying to pull some strings. Lobotka now. 1-2 with Georgia. Back to Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae taking the half for Napoli. Over to Di Lorenzo. Now to Elmas. Elmas back to Di Lorenzo. Chiesa just keeping tabs there. Zambo Anguissa and Kim Min-jae interchange. Back to Di Lorenzo. Back to Zambo Anguissa. Very light pressure from Juventus. But right now, Locatelli staying back. Nice challenge in there from Quadrado, but he doesn't get it. It falls. Georgia coming up. Hasn't played out to the side. Napoli in possession, but Juve has been able to get their shape back and slow them down here. Let's go. Lovely win there from Juan Cuadrado. Popped over the top by Gatti, trying to get it for Milik, but he heads it, but too hard back towards our back line. Cuadrado doing battle. Now Milik trying to get that one, just can't. Di Maria on the wrong side of Jesus, and now Napoli retains possession. Elmas coming up the right flank. Inside for Zambo Anguissa. Gets that one wrong, but wins it back. Di Lorenzo making the run up the right. Here he is. Danilo closes it down. Plays it inside. Chiesa just gets a foot to it, but not enough to stop it. Played outside for Zambo Anguissa. Back to Elmas. Rabiot watching him. Chiesa dropping back to offer some support too. Little 1-2 played with Di Lorenzo. Elmas is in the area. Osimhen, it stops for him and he just misses goal. Not sure if Gatti got a piece to deflect that. It looks like he did because they're calling a corner kick. Nerve-wracking there from Juventus. Little 1-2s. And man, that is sketchy. A lot of bodies in there. Oh. Come on. Nerve-wracking there, everybody. Nerve-wracking. Let's go. Here comes a corner kick. Juve will have to deal with Zielinski to take it. And it's in there. Going back post. Headed right to Szczesny. Oh. Off the head of Osimhen. Fortunate there that it went right at our keeper. And he was with it. And swallowed that thing up. No rebounds. Come on, you guys. Let's go. Danilo. Back to Rugani. Rugani over to Gatti. He's going to pop this one forward. Again, trying to go in for Milik, but he just can't get there. Too far back, and now Napoli again will close down possession. Elmas to Jesus. To Zambo Anguissa. And he's going to move forward. Now drop it for Oliveira into Georgia. Back into Oliveira, and he's running at Juve now. Stepped in from Luca. Stops for Osimhen. Into Lobotka. He's going to switch the field now. We got Elmas over there. Danilo going out to close him down. A lot of space there. Brought in there. That's a foul. Yes. As Osimhen went in there for that aerial, and Locatelli was in the right position to head that out and eats the foul as well. Hi. Locatelli, his work defensively is insane right now. Like, it's insane how much he does on the defensive side of ball for Juventus. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Tech. bombing this one forward, trying to play off Milik. Di Maria goes beyond him. Oliveira tries to clear. This is going to be an aerial battle. Rabiot comes in, heads it. It's going back Di Maria's way. He's trying to win that one. He can't. Quadrado settles it over to Locatelli. Does well to step around his man. Trying to pop this one in. He does. He finds Pajoli. Inside for Rabiot. Oh, just can't get it to settle. No way. Trying to sell a foul there. And my God, you've rewarded him. You've rewarded him, Fabri. That's absolute nonsense. Garbage from Zambo Anguissa. Not even contact there. Give him a yellow. Christ's sake, Fabri. What are you watching? What are you watching? You could see that a mile away. Come on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable to let Napoli off the hook there like that. Come on. Shocking stuff. Shocking stuff. Kim Min-jae up for Di Lorenzo on the right. He's going to cross this one in beyond us, and it's hit by Osimhen over the goal. Not sure if that was going to end up being called offside. He might have been on. That is, oh yeah, he's onside too. That is very, very lucky for Juventus. An incredible opportunity there. Wow. Wow. Whew. Let's go, everybody. Come on. Kim Min-jae battling there with Milik. We've got to maintain possession. We have barely hit Chiesa and Di Maria at feet with a ball and been able to like do anything in possession. We've completely gone lopsided now to the defensive phase. Has to change. Come on, boys. You've got to push through this. You've got to get the ball, and you've got to want it, and you've got to get after it. Over to Juan Jesus. Juve back in their shell. Here's Zielinski dropping back. Lobotka now has found space because when Zielinski comes into the game, things change because now they have two operators, two clear operators. Lobotka will drop back. That gives Zielinski space. Zielinski drops back, gives Lobotka space. We have to be aware. Fagioli now closing down on Zielinski. 1-2s between Georgia and Elmas. Here's a hit, but always going high. Juve's going to get possession now through a goal kick. Lots of walking and soft pressing now. Yes, yes. We've got to get the ball to our key guys at feet and try to just breathe a bit. We've got to relieve some pressure. This is how Juve gets into trouble. Possession is not the be-all, end-all of how to play, but you've got to have a good balance of it. Tech bombing this one. Milik trying to get up there. Goes over him. Bounces beyond Di Maria. It's going to be out for a Napoli throw-in. As Di Maria continues to be left just trying to pick up scraps on flicks and whatnot. It's got to get better. Di Maria trying to do a little battle here, and we're going to get a throw-in against us. Come on. Oliveira set to take it for Napoli. No, not sure how far up the pitch he wants to walk. Let's go. Wake up. 75 minutes, everybody. We got 15 left in this one. Come on. Who's feeling a Juve strike out of nowhere? Oh, my God. And another softie. Another softie from Fabri here. What is going on? Elmas on it. He's going to drop it back. Di Lorenzo. Inside. Back outside to Elmas. Elmas trying to pop this one through over the back. Handled. Here's Rugani. Left-footed. He's going to pop this over the top. And again, we can't hit Milik. If we're going to play in this manner, we've got to hit the target guy. You can't miss that one. That's going to be a foul. An easy one on Chiesa there as Elmas cuts him inside and he sticks the leg out. Subs were supposed to bring energy. Yeah, it's just what was working for us at the time is gone. Is gone. Lost something in the midfield too. Here it comes, cross in. It's going back post. Quadrado sees it up to the top, but it stops for KK. He's going to have it in. Oliveira crosses in, headed out by Juve. Napoli keeps possession in. Keeps Juve pinned back. Oh, bad touch there. Bad touch there. We get it. We're off. Here's Di Maria. Again, where's the support? There we go. Di Maria does well. Fine Locatelli. Switches it out for Quadrado. Quadrado plays it ahead. Oh my God, to Fagioli, and he was closed down so quick. Gotta strike fast. Gotta hit them fast if you're going to counter. Rabiot. One touch from Milik. Rabiot's running forward. Chiesa trying to get in the area. Rabiot going back post is too far, but Quadrado's going to be there. He settles it. Georgia coming out to defend him. Taking him on. Oh, forces them to put it out for a corner kick. This is it, Juve. This is it. Let's go. Steal it right here. Give me the crazy horse. Give me one of the ugliest goals we'll ever see. I don't care. Give me a goal right here, Juve. Okay? Drop this one in here right here. That was actually Di Maria laying it off on the 1-2 for Rabiot, taking that foul there. Let's go. Let's have this corner in. Kim Min-jae down right now. That's what the holdup is. Giving him the magic spray. Come on. Bikramjeet saying very disappointed with Di Maria and Chiesa. Yeah, I just think overall we're barely getting the ball to them too. I mean, look at what we're trying to get in there for Di Maria. They're flick-ons from Milik. That's just not his game. And we can't even hit Milik, period. Kim Min-jae is going to be forced to the side here. He's going to try to get back in here quick. Quadrado standing over this corner kick for Juventus. 79 minutes, 15 seconds. Here comes a corner in. Get there. Gatti heads it down. Oh, Rugani trying to go overhead with his back to goal. Sees it go wide. Gatti does very well getting ahead onto that, putting it back into the mixer. Asking a lot of Rugani there. But hey, took a stab at it. We have been good at set pieces and creating scrambles like that and whatnot. We just got to bring about more of them and continue to put teams under for more. We are reaching the 80th minute. We're going to 10 minutes. Fagioli steals it. Too long. Here's Milik. Turn. Has a fire and it's wide. Oh. Oh. Can't help but feel we should have capitalized on that a little bit more. Fagioli doing battle Zambo-Anguissa. Milik doing well there, but then his shot going wide. Oh, man, come on. Come on. Let's go. Push for that. Steal this one. Steal this one in the last 10. Steal this one in the last 10. Come on, Juve. Press. Kim Min-jae popping this one. Oh, just out of the reach of Di Maria. Keep pressing. Zielinski up here. Locatelli comes in, cleans it up. Little one touch. Tries to play it inside. Too far for Fagioli. Little 1-2 there. Lobotka on it. Zielinski on it now. Locatelli closing him down. Georgia going at it against Quadrado. Quadrado slowing him up. Forcing him back. And Milik doing well, winning it. Oh, Di Maria. Come on. That is such a waste. Trying to catch Merit out and gets it all wrong on the chip. We have to be smarter in possession, guys. Come on. You're running yourself ragged for nothing. Di Maria, that is just... Come on. And he's done that multiple times. Over the past few games, I'll be quite honest, everybody, Di Maria is pissing me off. Let's go. Jesus. Over to Kim Min-jae. And look at us drop way too far off. Here's Di Lorenzo. He's going to pop this one. Zambo-Anguissa gets by Rabiot. Let him go. Danilo doing well to clean it up. Rabiot trying to get back there. Fagioli does well. Foot in from Milik. No foul. Keep it going. Locatelli springs Di Maria. Di Maria. He's running at goal. Coming out the wing. Cuts in. Yeah! Maria! Yes! Goal! Let's go, Juve! I take it all back. Everything I just said about Di Maria, I absolutely love you, my man. Let's go. Yes! Di Maria. We've got lobbying for the call. They're calling back for the foul on what we got in the attacking zone, okay? So everybody calm down because right now they're looking at Milik's challenge back on Lobotka. After that, Juventus sprung, and it was Di Maria who was sprung from a ball from Locatelli. Right now, they're reviewing this. That is so tight and so close. If they call it back for this, oh, man, that will suck. And Di Maria, obviously onside because he's on our side of half, and he cuts in. Juan Jesus getting a piece and actually deflecting it over Merit. Let's see what happens on this call. He's going to go take a look, but the call on the field was no foul based on where the ref, because he did not call it dead. Keep in mind, VAR can only bring in a ref if it's a clear and obvious error. I don't know how you can call this a clear and obvious error. Man, this is going to be one hell of a swing. They're going to call it for him catching the shin before, but disallowed. Disallowed goal. Oh my God. Fagioli gets a yellow. Goal's canceled. Goal's ruled out. Oh my God. I hate this game sometimes. I hate this game sometimes. You just can't even celebrate a moment anymore. Look at where the ref's standing and he didn't call it. It's not clear and obvious error. Like, his foot's up and Lobotka's running into it. So it looks like he contacts shin first. But look at where they are. He gets ball too after on his step down. Man, I can't wait to see what Arbitro Nick has to say about this tomorrow. But, like, we can't even celebrate moments anymore because you get stuff like this. Raspadori, Giacomo Raspadori is going to come in for Kvaratskhelia, and I'm just thankful that's the last time I have to say that name. It's unbelievable to me. This one stings. Like, that ref is standing there right there in that position. If you're going to call it clear and obvious error, I don't think that's clear and obvious error. But, hey, that is frustrating. This game nowadays, you can't even celebrate a goal or anything with VAR and whatnot and them calling games by inches and whatnot. So frustrating moment for us. 85th minute, and now Zielinski lines up. Because of the change, we go back to the foul that they're calling, non-foul, and Napoli is going to have a free kick through Zielinski, probably somewhere around 35 yards out. And here it is. Hits it. Oh, right at Tech. That was a hard free kick, but right at Tech. And he swallows it up again. No rebound. Szczesny has not given them a sniff on anything after any time he's had to handle the ball. It's been very sharp in that regard. Here comes Rabiot for Juventus. Playing it up to Milik. Tried to make a turn here. Nothing doing. Napoli back in possession. God. That would have been beautiful. It was a hell of a play, hell of a heads-up play from Luca, finding Di Maria. Di Maria taking that space. Great finish, just unfortunate. 0-0, 87th minute. Here comes Napoli up the left flank. Gatti goes out to close it down. Bad pass inside. Rabiot on it. Sends it to Di Maria. Lobotka going to close him down. Di Maria pushing for space. Trying to cut in. He's got two bodies coming in against him. Sees it out. He's going to win the throw-in for Juventus. 87 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's see if we could find it. Come on, boys. Steal this one. Rabiot looking back post. Headed out by Di Lorenzo, but Danilo steps in. Plays it to Chiesa. Chests it down. They're doing battle here. They're trying to get a corner kick here. But it's going to be a goal kick for Napoli. Man, that would have been sweet to earn that corner. They show this play again. Man, that is so, so tight. Sucks. Sucks. People that say this, it's an absolute joke. Anybody that, like, that's just for banter now, because there's no way anybody could possibly believe that garbage. That Juve gets decisions all their way. Danilo on it here. Here's Locatelli. Over to Fagioli. Fagioli over the, oh yeah, over the top for Di Maria. Oh, headed out by Kim Min-jae. Di Maria doing battle with him. Drops him to the ground. Juve in possession. Di Maria. Oh, that's a foul. Come on, ref. Oh my God, man. No play for the ball. Straight body. Zambo Anguissa on Di Maria and no call. Wake up, Fabri. You're absolute junk, man. Absolute junk. No play for the ball. Zero play for the ball. Now he's dishing out yellows to Di Maria because Di Maria's choked. Why wouldn't he be? Absolutely zero play for the ball. And you've called the same thing against us like 3 times this game. Jesus. Dusan Vlahovic. Set to come in for Milik, 89th minute. What a moment this could be if Dusan Vlahovic were to find goal for Juventus now. A guy that's taken so much criticism, so much heat and whatnot. If there was ever a moment, this would be it. It could be a moment that could spark a big turnaround going down the wire for Juventus in Coppa Italia, in Europa, and then, of course, the final 7 league games after this one. Can he be the one to find it and break through for Juventus? Quadrado's on the ball on the right. Plays it forward for Fagioli. Fagioli just doing some work trying to keep possession. Locatelli now gets it. He pivots, finding Gatti. Over to Rugani. Danilo has moved inside. Rugani has no option to the side other than Chiesa. Chiesa does well. Springs Rabiot. Rabiot's going to move forward. Chiesa now catching up to be his overlap. Played in for Chiesa. Oh, a little touch. Inside. It's goal. It's goal. Oh, my God. Not again. Not again. Called out. Called Chiesa out of bounds on that flip. Oh, it's just out of play. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He just almost absolutely roasted the Korean monster. Almost absolutely roasted him, and the ball was just... Oh, look at Allegri on that goal. You almost have to be stone dead like that to watch games now because you can't even celebrate because you know what's going to happen. Unbelievable. Come on. Vlahovic, of all guys, needed that open play goal. Let's go. 91 minutes. We got 5 more of stoppage time. Gatti blasting this one, clearing it forward. Zambo Anguissa now to Elmas. Let's see if we'll get another opportunity to kill this game off. We've had a couple moments where we've fought back at them. Headed out by Rugani to Danilo. Danilo now popping it forward for Vlahovic. Settles it there. Tries to keep possession. Lobotka wins it. He's moving forward. Playing it for Osimhen. Osimhen battling with Rugani. Over to Elmas. Elmas now. Danilo steps into him. Does well. Look at Danilo go. Bravo. Much better. Rugani now pops it over with his left foot. Looking Dusan Vlahovic's way. Heads it down, but again, the support too far off. Chiesa. Di Lorenzo up to Elmas. Little 1-2. Zambo Anguissa's running in. He's going to have this back post. They let it run. Quadrado lets it run all the way, and now he's going to settle it on the right byline. He's moving forward. Come on, Juve, push for one. Let's go. Keep pushing. Drops it back. Inside for Locatelli. Locatelli pops it over the top. Nice ball. Di Maria settles it forward. Plays this one up. Cuadrado's going to run in. He's going to have a battle with Juan Jesus. He cuts inside. Oh, tries to draw the foul. Nothing doing. Cuadrado says there's contact. VAR can only intervene if it's clear and obvious error. They would have to look for contact. The rain is coming down. We have 4 minutes left. Here's Napoli through Zielinski. Gatti gets beaten there first. Play off to Osimhen. 1-2. Back to Osimhen. Oh, too far, and Tech comes out and settles that. Be aware, Juve. Things have opened up. This is going to be a wild finish. 4 minutes. There is nothing being looked at right now that we know of. Game's going to continue. Cuadrado, nothing doing. Cross back post. He's open, and it's in. And Napoli finds it right at the very end. Back post coverage completely blown. Completely blown back post coverage, and Raspadori finds it. Fuck. Fuck's sakes, boys. Fuck's sakes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right at the very end, you guys. Come on. Absolutely blown back post coverage at the very end. Cuadrado, you would absolutely have to be so damn sure going down in that area there and whatnot. But look at this back post coverage. Who's there? Nobody. Gatti and Rugani, Fagioli standing there. Where's Cuadrado? Where's Juan? Oh, he's caught up at the backside because he went down in the area and nobody took up his position. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, you guys. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to check that too. And Quad, you better be damn sure you're going down in a moment like that, whatnot. But how do we not pick up his position the entire way down? The entire way down that pitch, nobody had the presence of mind to pick up his position. You better go look at that too. And Quad, you better be damn sure, man. No, he ran into him. He ran into him. Cuadrado, that is such junk, man. That is such friggin' junk. There is a time to go that, to try and get those calls, and there's a time to push through, man up, and go. And Quad, I'm sorry, you made the wrong decision there. That is awful. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm just absolutely choked. Absolutely choked that we could do something like that. In a game like this where we fought so hard, we fought our asses off to just so cheaply give up the back post like that. Like, Cuadrado's way out there. How does nobody come back and pick up that position for him while he's down there? There is barely any time left. They're probably going to give us a little bit more, probably a couple more minutes for what's happened there in terms of the scramble. Here's Chiesa. Back post going there, looking Gatti's way. Settled. Here's Di Maria. Cross back in. Settled out. Fagioli stops it. Back to Cuadrado. Again out to Di Maria. Trying to set up again, just trying to set up another cross. Here it comes, back post, looking for Chiesa. Trying to have it back in. Kim Min-jae clears it out. Rabiot's going to go up aerially, head it down, but Vlahovic on the backside of the defender. Can't get in to settle it. Rugani being pushed backwards. Osimhen, ooh, and Rugani makes the right decision, has it out to the side, but this is going to chew a lot of clock down. This is a heartbreaker, boys. Boys and girls, this is a heartbreaker, all right? Absolute heartbreaker here. This is an absolute heartbreaker. I just can't get down with Cuadrado not pushing through in that area there. You got to be damn sure if you go down there for that. And then again, how on earth at this level, professional, Serie A, does a club not pick up that their fullback is down in the area of the opponent? We had them move up the entire pitch on the opposite side, and nobody could clue in and pick up that your fullback is the one that's down in the area up there. That's shocking stuff. It's mistakes like that that cost you so many points throughout a season. It's incredible. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I'm sorry, I can't wait to hear L'Arbitro Nick give us the breakdown tomorrow. Here we go. Cross in. Going back post. Far and wide. This game is going to end. We're at 98 minutes now. 6 minutes of stoppage time. There's a couple of extra minutes for the melee after the goal. Frustrating stuff. Heartbreaker, everybody. Heartbreaker. Daniel Jones Serie ass is rigged. That is just incredible turn of events down the air. An absolute wild finish to a game that was going our way towards the end. And you felt like we could find that one, and it's done. Done and dusted. 1-0 Napoli. They're that much closer to that Scudetto there and sealing it for us. Man. Again, this one was a tight one. I'm not so pissed off in our offense and whatnot, to be honest. If I'm going to break this game down, I know that we're talking about a team that's gone 8 games since scoring 2 goals. Now it's 9, okay? Since we've scored a multi-goal game. But we're talking about this Napoli side and how tight this game was, how tight it was contested and whatnot. I'm not so upset with our offense, okay? The balance in possession, that's got to pick up. Because if we continue to just look at our offense and everything and want more goals, you kind of, unless you're extremely clinical on counters, you've got to pick up that possession and you've got to balance it. And right now, this game in the first half, 69% possession for Napoli, 61% possession in the second half for Napoli. The entire game saw us have 35% possession, 7 total attempts for Juventus. Granted, what happened at the end stings and it hurts. But you know what they say. Sometimes fortune favors the brave. Can we honestly say Juventus was as brave as we probably should have been to get out there and get that? I don't know if I can say that. However, what I can say is that I am very, very curious to hear what Arbitro Nick, what our friend referee Nick thinks about that callback on Milik and that foul there that saw us take away the goal on the break from Locatelli finding Di Maria, fast breaking there. Frustrating stuff. As far as Cuadrado, if we want to talk about that, I don't blame him. He didn't call it in looking at it live. I couldn't tell from the camera view looking at it live. I thought maybe he's trying to sell it. Cuadrado's got a rep too on that one. He probably should have fought through. He maybe could have got a foul on the second version and got that challenge. I've never liked it when guys go down too easy, but what blows me away is that ultimately, regardless of that call not going in our favor on Milik there on the goal from Di Maria, regardless of that, back post coverage on that play. And throughout this game, when Napoli actually looked to hurt us and whatnot, what did it come from? It came from errors being made by Juventus, okay? It came from errors of our own doing. So I'm not going to be the one to fire off on officiating, fire off on that call on Milik and whatnot and everything there, because ultimately what decided this again was us. We are our own worst enemy at times. There is so much more that we could be doing and we should be doing. We had a large moment of this game when our substitutes came in, Di Maria and Chiesa, where we could barely find them on the pitch. We could barely find them with balls to feet. That's just simply not good enough. It's not going to cut it. You know, these guys need to come in and they need to be our key guys, our difference makers. We are struggling. We are struggling to be a cohesive, dangerous unit. For me, it looked much, much better with Sule and Miretti as it did the guys that came in afterwards. It just did. They played and supported the flanks much better. And we lost something when those guys came out. But through that, we had our countering moments. And in the end, everyone's going to feel hard done by. I can't help but watch that Milik thing. And what did I say earlier in that game? We saw some soft calls on Juventus. We even saw a soft yellow card on Locatelli. And why? Because they have been so diligent about calling those fouls from behind. Anytime a player comes from behind, more often than not, they are leaning towards the foul and quick to give color. The Milik one, it looked on live, and I thought it was a good call from Fabri. He was standing right there. Milik getting the ball. He comes in, okay, and he has his leg out. Lobotka's running in. Of course Milik is going to contact Shin first because he's running into his boot as he's extended it. But he's played the ball. He didn't play Shin. And then clear ball. He comes in straight and then plays ball, but Lobotka runs his shin into it. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to say it is clear, definitive error, especially where Fabri's standing there. That's a tough one when you're going to overcall the decision on the field. But again, what did I say? They will always give the benefit of the doubt to the player against a player that's coming from the back. And that's where it is right now. I have to shut this down because I don't even want to watch Raspadori talk right now. Okay, I'm just infuriated. But I don't know everybody. And, you know, Ilbizi's coming in here saying taking off Kostic was a mistake. Honestly, the subs that came in, we lost a lot in terms of our play when those guys came in. It's tough. I don't know why. But BAT97 says that is not a tough one. It is not a foul. Simple as that. You do not call this kind of contact, especially when the team scored. Hey, I get it. Trust me. I get it. I'm just saying that more often than not, we've seen it all year. They are doing that. But the problem I have with that is the fact that the only way they could call it in is if it's clear and obvious error. And they called him in even regardless of where he was standing. And when he went and looked at it, I'm surprised he didn't stand behind the call he made on the field. I'm surprised. Again, Lobotka runs his shin into Milik's foot while he slides directly straight in. To me, it's not a foul. And I'm surprised they called it back. We can sit here until the cows come home going over everything that we feel, everything that we kind of tend to all agree on when it comes to the FIGC and whatnot. But again, for me, these are things that are out of our control. All right? It's out of our control what happens in a VAR booth. It's out of our control. I like to think about what we can control. I like to think about what we can do to alleviate us from having to suffer in the hands of them, because I don't want it to go to their hands. I don't want it to go to those decisions. Okay? But I'm with all of you. Okay? I'm absolutely with all of you. I've been the one saying it. I've been one screaming it from mountaintops. Amici di nessuno, everybody. That's what it is. That's what it's always been. We have to do our part to leave it outside of their hands. That's the bottom line, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? And the frustrating thing about it, again, for me, is that ultimately they found the breakthrough, and it was through an awful, awful blunder. You can't have Cuadrado down in there and absolutely nobody takes up that position. We left Raspadori sitting there all alone, and we had the distance of the entire pitch to figure out that Cuadrado's laying in the friggin' area. That's unacceptable. And that's the goal that broke through. The rest, how about the fact that we only possessed 35% of the ball? Nobody, we can go over these calls. It's out of our control, everybody. Game breaker? It wasn't a game breaker. It took away a goal from us. We would have ended in a draw. And to be fair, the game probably deserved a draw. But the breakdown at the back for us is unacceptable. It's unacceptable, guys. Fagioli should have covered. Ball watching. Somebody should have covered. Anybody. How come our two center backs can't call that out? Coming down the whole pitch. Fagioli, you got to pick that up. You've got to know. You've got to know. You're right there. And in the end, you're left in this moment standing there staring at Raspadori with a clear-cut opportunity on goal. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But for me, you guys, I'm not disagreeing with you on the fact that that call hurt us and that it sucked and that it pissed all of us off, obviously. But we can't change that. We can't change that. So to sit there, and I choose not to sit there and complain and bitch about that repeatedly on and on and on and on and on, because, again, we have no control over that. We have no control over that. I tend to look at what we do have control over. Disgusting refereeing, bad calls. But yeah, there was stuff missed everywhere. Did he have consistency? Absolutely not. I don't think he had any kind of consistency for that game. I think it was kind of all over the map. If we look at fouls, though, 15 fouls for Juve, 11 for Napoli. You could probably say that Napoli should have got a couple cards in there, because I do believe there was opportunities that they had cards, but ultimately, that's not it. They took a goal away from us, but they didn't decide it and score that goal for Napoli. At the end, probably should have been draw regardless. We need to do more, everybody. We need to do more. We need to do more. We've got a big one coming up against Inter. Okay? And we got to get that one. We got to get over the line there. We got to hit that Coppa Italia final. Okay? And we've got to hit the Europa League hard. Sevilla, 1-goal games is not going to do it against Sevilla. I feel that way right now. This team's got to get it going offensively. And I'm starting to get a little concerned about the big guys. I was giving Di Maria a lot of flack before that breakthrough and that goal that obviously got called back and whatnot, but I need more out of our big guys that get back into the lineup here. Chiesa, Di Maria, whatnot. We can't have them come on from the bench and then just have zero idea of how we're going to integrate them into a game. Can't do that. These guys need to be our key guys. They need to be firing. Chiesa, we're talking about inches here from him skinning Kim Min-jae and then setting up Vlahovic for what would have been finally an open play goal for him in quite some time. these are frustrating. These sting and whatnot, and then highlight, that goal disallowed and everything like that. But it's a too little, too late thing. But the mistakes, those mistakes can't happen. That's the difference in all these points. We want to go through this season and think about where we could possibly be if we didn't make so many mistakes repeatedly over and over and over and over again. Mistakes is what it comes down to. If we want to get through Sevilla, we have to score more. And we can't afford to make mistakes. Napoli in this game, every sniff of attacking sequences or anything that they could maybe harm Juventus came from mistakes. We've got a lot in our game to clean up still, everybody. That's it. But for me, I think those subs hurt. And I was kind of feeling in this game that we might, if you guys recall, when we were in the first half, I thought it's going to be interesting to try and mix in Chiesa and try and mix in Di Maria. Because for me, there was only one clear way to get one of those guys in there, and that's through taking off Sule. We opted to leave Sule out there, take off Miretti, and then we had Di Maria come in, and we took Kostic off to take Chiesa on. And we know, and this is a tough one, there were some in the live chat that were saying Kostic should have stayed on. The issue there also becomes the fact that you can't keep Kostic and Chiesa both out there because we see they just get into each other's way. And it just doesn't quite work. And there's not a lot of fluidity. So, hey, we opted for what we opted. In the end, we're all going to feel hard done by on that call. I'm shocked that he went against his call on the pitch. I really, really am from Fabri. But ultimately, is what it is. That one goal, what would probably have happened? We would have sat back in a shell for sure. Quadrado would not find himself in the area up there pushing like that. Absolutely not. But Anguissa definitely should have at minimum had a card there. It was fortunate he didn't get sent off. I think the cards and whatnot were all over the place. But again, what did I say at the start of the game? L'arbitro Nick said Fabri's going to struggle and he might lose control of this one at the end. I see it in all your comments. He kind of did. We're going to feel hard done by, but we got to have a short memory and we got to get ready for Inter in the Coppa Italia final. Guys, I'm absolutely pissed off right now. It's hard to just fathom kind of how this all went down. You guys saw me on the goal call, how jacked I was on Di Maria, and I was giving him a hard time. I was giving him the gears because I wanted so much more out of him for these past few games. How this played out, none of us could have predicted that or seen how that was going, but it's an absolute shambles there. It's just absolute shambles. Referee Nick has reached out. He has sent me a message, and he said that's not VAR material. So speaking to obviously the play in question, Milik coming in from the back there, and he said that is not VAR material. Milik, I think, yeah. So he's saying Milik essentially hard done by. I'm surprised again. Fabri went against it. Fabri went against that call. Just seeing if referee Nick can elaborate some more. I know he's with everybody at the Juventus Empire State fan club right now. Tal, obviously, president there, whatnot. But I've got a ton of DMs here coming in, and it's crazy to me that we have to continue to deal with this stuff. But again, I'm pissed off at ourselves because I think that game was there for the taking. This Napoli side was there for the taking. But I'm really, really questioning that VAR decision and them going in there. And, I mean, why would we have trust for VAR? Why would we trust them after what we saw against Salernitana? Not even picking up the fact that a player is completely out of the screen there. They're looking at the same crap we're looking at on our TVs. It's crazy. It's crazy. And 18 nice, of course it is. They will check every possible goal scored by us. Yeah. it makes me really miss the days before it when, a ref stood behind his call, made the call, and it is what it is, and you move on. And if they get something wrong, hey, and it is what it is, but you move on. But they make those errors all over the place. The game has turned into a matter of inches, and whatnot that we're going by. And it's become frustrating. It's become incredibly frustrating and hard for those moments. You guys saw me cheer, lose my absolute mind for Di Maria, and then all of a sudden I realized what was going on, and you could almost feel it. You could almost feel and know it was coming. Frustrating stuff. Gonna get to some of your comments here, everybody. See how you guys are taking this right now. Quadrado was on Napoli. They would have stopped the game to check VAR, not allow the play to continue, and let the other team score. So again, Amici di Nessuno kicking in for everybody. There is no mistake when the referee lets play go on the fucking field and then goes to look. Hey, I get it. We're pissed off. Hey, let it fly, man. Let it fly. Ultimately, I'm not saying I agree with it at all. VAR is doing this all over the place. We want to sit here. We know that it's trending to hate on Juventus. We know that. That's nothing new. My thoughts is just on exactly this. VAR is taking a lot out of the game. It's hard to... You almost don't even want to feel like celebrating. Like, do you see the second goal that we got disallowed because the ball went out of play when Chiesa beat Kim Min-jae? You see Allegri standing there. Celebrations going on. He doesn't even move because that's what the game brings now. You almost don't even want to celebrate immediately a goal or anything because you just know that is coming and whatnot. But injustice, you guys could feel that way for sure. You can feel that way on that play call. Like I said, for me, I'm surprised Fabri went against his original call standing where he was. It doesn't look like a foul. It looks like Lobotka runs in, and that's why Milik's foot hits his cleat. But ultimately, he gets the ball perfectly. I have no words for you guys. What do you all like me to say? I've been the one yelling Amici di Nessuno all season. I've been the one saying that it's trendy and it's cool to hate Juventus. Del Piero has gone on national television saying in Italy, everybody hates Juventus. Because it's true. You're either a Juventus supporter or you hate Juventus. That's the bottom line. We have prosecutors, for Christ's sake, going out there and claiming their hate for Juventus. We have prosecutors involved in cases that are ongoing currently that openly let out their hate for Juventus. Of course we know what's going on. Are we so out of line to think and suggest that we're hard done by in these games? Absolutely we're not out of line. We see it time and time and time again. And the classic scenario thrown out there, narrative thrown out there by rival fans is Juventus gets all the calls. This is another one to chalk up to the books that if people want to actually look at the statistics, the numbers are there. If you look at VAR, overturning calls gone against clubs since VAR, Juventus is the lowest. Juventus has had the most overturned calls, all this nonsense. We do not have things in our favor. That narrative is an absolute joke. Okay? An absolute joke. Absolute joke of a narrative. Okay? It has been us against the world for a long time. It always has been, always will be. Embrace it. Amici di Nessuno. Okay? That's why it is crucial for a team like Juventus to go out there and take care of business. That is what I'm trying to get at. While everybody is on here talking and screaming and shouting about the call and whatnot to Milik and whatnot, it's all the more reason why we have to take control. We have to take matters into our own hands. And on the pitch, this particular team, this particular season, not even this particular season, last year, year before that, we're unable to do that. We're unable to leave it out of their hands, which for so many years everybody was talking about. Oh, Juventus gets the favoritism, all this nonsense. We run the league. We're winning 9 years in a row. What of us? All we're hearing about is teams need more rest. We need to do a playoffs to decide the champions and whatnot. But now all of a sudden, when Juventus hasn't won in a couple of years, all that talk is nonsense. We don't need playoffs. We don't need to play less games or give them more gaps between. No, everything's good all of a sudden. Why? Because Juventus isn't on top anymore. Okay, so while we sit here, we're pissed off about that bullshit call on Milik and whatnot. The fact of the matter is this team needs to get back to taking care of business, because it always has been us against the world. You want to look for examples? You want to take this one as an example? I'll give you a million. I'll give you a million examples, because it ain't going to stop. It never has stopped and it never will stop. But it's why we need to figure it out from our own end. And that is why I was shining a light on the moment with Cuadrado and the fact that that is ultimately what was our undoing, because we fell asleep at the wheel and nobody could realize you don't have a right back at that moment. We have to get it together. And we have to do so quick. Next up, Inter. Coppa Italia, second leg of a semifinal. All right. But now, all right, for now, try and forget this. I have my own football match to play now. I'm absolutely pissed off. Somebody's going to get it. All right. I play my best when I'm pissed off, and I'm pissed off, everybody. All right. We're back tomorrow. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time live to tackle this in great detail. Full on aftermath. All right. All the news, of course, press conference. We're going to break this game down bit by bit. And I'm curious to hear Arbitro Nick, our friend referee Nick, break down this shoddy performance by Fabri, just like he actually called it and nailed it. I'll even have the text messages, okay, and I'll bring them up on the podcast tomorrow, because he called it to a T, what we were going to get from Fabri. All right. But I'm telling you, everybody, do whatever you can to forget about it. Do not let things out of your control stress you out or drive you nuts. This out of our control. We dropped it. And we didn't get any help. And Fabri couldn't figure out what the hell he was doing today. He didn't know if he was coming or going, stop and leave. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he was pretty inconsistent. And I think, if you ask me, made a big error on that one and overturning it with VAR. And again, let's see what referee Nick says tomorrow, because he says that isn't VAR material. And like I said on the live, you have to be so damn sure that it's a clear and obvious error to even call Fabri over there. Questionable stuff. And there is no conspiracy, all right? No conspiracy. We get the shit end of the stick. Today, we did. But you know what? Whatever, Napoli. Again, I want us to take matters into our own hands. Next up, Inter. Everybody, thank you for joining on the watch along, regardless of this frustrating defeat. Is what it is. We're going to break it all down tomorrow in the podcast once we've had time to regroup and whatnot and reshape our thoughts. And I will be doing a second viewing and go through this one. And I'm probably going to come back and really smash Fabri tomorrow. But I hope to see you all there. Thank you again for joining me on this watch along. Drop a like on your way out. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, no matter what, FINOALLAFINE, FORZAJUVE. The Chihuahuas got their day. They got their season this year. Don't worry. We'll take it away. One step, one day at a time, everybody. Inter next up. FINOALLAFINE, FORZAJUVE. Ciao.
Yeah.